pretty.
Yeah, we got a cool backdrop to this.
Do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan, God's plan. I can't do this on my own. Hey, someone watching it.
Grahalva.
Mingus Marauder football is on the air. The 2023 Mingus Marauders are proudly sponsored by 70 State Farm Insurance Agent Jennifer Taylor Waste, where clothing comes to ideas. Northern Arizona Toots, Mingus Marauder football. Money, Larry Green Chevrolet. Call 634-2311. Cooling and Plumbing, don't settle. Tiffany Construction, a commitment to quality. D-Best Plumbing, they believe in getting it right the first time. Sun Country Custom Woodworks, serving all. And Yavapai College. And now, Jackie Bessler.
An opening game of the 2023 season here at Gilbert, Mesquite. Turned them on. They didn't wait. They just popped right on. Out here, cool, 103 degrees.
I don't know about a cool breeze. Hopefully the guys can wear it out.
The boys are thinking about weather at all right now. Water yesterday. Some of them are. This is our everything, right?
Yeah. They're ready to hit the field and
meet the teams. It'll be the Mesquite Wildcats. Number 1 on the road here on KYB Mesquite High School after this.
Here. The 2020 sponsored by
the right vehicles, the right people. The right place to buy. Choose the way you want it. Buy pre-owned with peace of. Plus, drive a little, save a lot. Jones Ford is your tax price. Make the right choice. Jones. Just off I-17 in Camp Verde.
Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems, the simple to the exotic. D-Best honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done. 567-8755.
For what would become a family legacy. Continues to raise the bar of staff. Call Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning. .com. Providing. Get Gettle.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
And
Get a free month service when you make
per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com.
649-2662.
Programs to get you on track to a reward. Manufacturing. Fall semester starts on August. Visit us online today with your future career.
Back in the saddle here for game number 1 for the preseason stats, according to Max Prep. A champion from last year, and they slide into in 2022 is number 3. Is number 4, and interesting enough, Bradshaw plays 2.
That's a really tough schedule, Brad.
And certainly have the inside track as the reigning Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon region is well represented. Is at 14. Coconino is at 20. The Mingus Marauders slide in at number 20. How they go with those rankings, even though this. However, some of our other out of conference. Deer Valley is at 40. 49. So the toughest games for the Mesquite and then Lakeside Blue Ridge.
Yeah, they've won so many state championships. Then Mesquite in the last 5 years, they won state back to back. So call it rebuilding years, whatever. Fresh school here. This 5 years is not many years. Opponent, they're ranked number 22. That's this season. So getting a win here for the Marauders.
On the road, Nick, and when you go long 9-4 and made it to the quarterfinal row, and then last season in 20. So the Mingus Marauders are hoping building as opposed to the back to the state.
You can hope for that 1-9 team, but then again, this year they're going to need some tests. Regardless if they're rebuilding or not.
Well, I think that it is his second season, so this is going. His offense in, his defense in, or whatever the case is, actually going to be experienced and will shine perhaps a what, 18 and 19, correct?
18 and 19. One of them was a good game. them 24-21 by a field. And the Marauders beat the Wildcats. Rodriguez field goal. So that's so exciting. They beat the Marauders in 2019 40. That they went on to win it all. Yep. So something big. You got to take every lesson learned deep in the film room this week, watching those coaching staff, but this program is right. So Marauders looking to start in 1-1 game. So tonight's the tiebreaker.
Yep.
This is
on the field right now. They want us to go back. Talk about the Mingus Marauders that were on the game in 20. You had that whole crew, and when we come back, we're going to introduce you to the 2023 Marauders for 2023. Look after this.
Local insurance provider for insurance companies for home, health, auto, TV, specialty insurance, and insurance. Or visit All Price Insurance today.
People place. Keeping that reputation is a priority that comes through the door, and we'll prove it. If van or SUV, you'll find our selection professional and courteous. Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Region's most comprehensive. Choose world-class surgeons.
Precision. Assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose.
For 30 years, Rock. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork, brand name products, and even fashion forward and jackets. Make Rock Zoo your choice for out more at rokzootees.com.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can tremendous value to your home. Organize the and ask about money-saving options, including may not be from this century. For ideas.
Jackie Bessler along with you, and Nick Yatz. 2023 season. Glad to be along with you here as we take a look at the home team here, the Mesquite Wildcats. Quarterback Philip Jones is going to be returning to the field. Last year he was their primary, thrower. He was 45 for 110 on the season, but always a threat to run. 4 touchdowns and 6 interceptions on the season. In the backfield, they've got several returners, including number 23, Rodriguez. Rodriguez Rodriguez led the team in rushing yards with 439 yards on the season. A lot of receivers coming back, and as we understand it, they're going to spread the ball out and try to throw the ball quite a bit. And so we're going to see how they do with that. Williams is back. Trotter is back. Coleman is back. They're all going to be starting. Farvla will be on the field as well, and Rodriguez out of the backfield. You're going to see him. Plus, you're going to see from the receiver position, we're going to see several people that will be out there getting the ball and trying to make plays in the air for this Mesquite squad. Leading tackler is back, playing the middle linebacker position for the Mesquite Wildcats, and that's going to be Cody. And he led the team with 77 tackles on the season for the Mesquite Wildcats. However, the Mingus Marauders have a lot of returners as well, and a lot of seniors. This is a senior-laden squad here for Mingus.
Yeah, it's so nice to hear that, Jackie. I mean, it hasn't been senior-laden really in the recent years. So for sure, we got Camacho coming back as a senior. Last year, he threw the ball up in the air just a handful of times. 51 attempts, 18 completions, so not the greatest quarterback rating for Camacho. However, he also wasn't our #1 QB. Durkalek was. Camacho pretty much started towards the end of the season, so we got to see him a little bit more at the end of the season. So I expect big things out of Camacho as a senior. He's one of our best athletes on the team, so he's going to be able to make plays on the ground using his feet, in the air as well. The backfield, Ruland had over 400 yards last year. Obviously, we're a run-heavy team, the Marauders. So we had Bruland over 400. He's back this year. Arnuato, senior, who moved on last year, he was a workhorse for us. And Mike Grijalva will be taking the workload for the Marauders this season. And man, is he an athlete. We didn't get to call him too many times last season.
None.
But the season before that, he was playing at the varsity level. So Grijalva has some serious skills. Can't wait to see what he can do with the football in his hands. And he has got, like you said, a senior stacked offensive line. And I can't wait. We're going to talk about these guys a little bit more, too, in the pregame and as we get the game going. But big Nick Choate, Isaiah Lathan, Hernandez, these guys are our middle interior offensive line is just beasts, big bodies, seniors for the Marauders. It's been a while since we've had that. So I'd expect
Camacho came in and played some quarterback for Durkalek, and then Durkalek moved to a different position, which he went to the backfield, which he was probably more built for. So interesting enough, you've got a quarterback whose primary intention is to be a receiver. In fact, he's listed as a receiver first. So sitting behind him is Rain Stokes, and we're going to see if Rain Stokes, which is the nephew of the Stokes that won it all for the Mingus Marauders in 1997, we're going to see if Rain Stokes gets an opportunity this year maybe to step in and play some quarterback, which would give you another weapon potentially as a receiver out there for the Mingus Marauders. It might also give him more defensive time for the Mingus Marauders. You were talking about the offensive line. Nicholas Choate will take over at the center position for the Mingus Marauders. The guards will be Isaiah Lathan on the left, Jahir Hernandez on the right. Clay Bowers will move out to a tackle on the right-hand side. And our only sophomore on the offensive line is going to be Jordan Watson, and he will play the left tackle. Max Leckington will be the tight end. Starting receiver expected to be Jose Felix. Your wing back will probably be Nate Dixon, although Senna will play a lot there. Camacho will be the starting quarterback, with the tailback being Seth Brulin, and Mikey Grijalva will be the fullback for the Mingus Marauders, and there's your starting lineup.
Yeah, it's stacked. In my opinion, that's a stacked lineup, and it's been a few seasons since the Marauders have been able to say we're senior heavy there, and I absolutely love that. I mean, the offensive line, besides a sophomore,
Jordan Watson.
Yep. I'm excited to see what he can bring to the field for the Marauders, because he is playing next to some big guys.
Yep.
Guys with a lot of varsity experience, and through summer camps and everything that those guys have helped each other out. They're getting ready for the game tonight. So we're going to see some of those offensive guys on the defensive side as well. We don't have the biggest depth chart, so the Marauders are definitely going to be playing both sides of the ball. We'll see Clay Bowers Bowers on the defensive line. We'll see Elijah McKean, Nicholas Choate, Big Nick Choate, Jahir Hernandez. So we'll see those guys. Jordan Watson as well. So the sophomore is going to get some playing time on offense and defensive line. Clay Bowers on the edge. Clay's a bigger guy with some speed. He's not too big, but he's got a lot of speed on him and some height. We'll see Machado in the back. We'll see Isaiah Latham and Calandra at the linebacker positions. Seth Bruland at that free safety position. Cannon Hyatt back there. Max Leckington and Hyatt and Leckington. Lots of experience on the varsity level already. So these guys are coming in. They're not strange to this. These guys know what's going on, and how cool is that, huh, Jack? You can get the flashing, strobing lights here on the field.
Feet for your Mesquite Wildcats.
So Mesquite makes their way into the field here through their tunnel, and the lights go strobe. If you have any problems with epilepsy, you might not watch the broadcast at the moment. Hopefully that won't create a problem for us. The Mingus Marauders stayed a lot on the field for warm-ups and then finally went back in. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look at our 2023 sponsors. We're going to talk about first game jitters, the keys to the game, and so much more when we return to the home of the Wildcats, Mesquite High School, after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
The right vehicles, the right people, the right price. Make Jones Ford of Verde Valley the right place to buy. Choose from our new in-stock Ford selection or custom order just the way you want it. Buy pre-owned with peace of mind with Jones Ford's lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. Plus, drive a little, save a lot. Jones Ford is your tax advantage destination. So, for the right vehicles at the right price, make the right choice. Jones Ford Verde Valley, family owned and operated for over half a century. Just off I-17 in Camp Verde.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
And back here at Mesquite High School.
Who recently passed away from cancer and made an impact at Mesquite and beyond.
We're going to turn it over to the announcer here.
AD Jim Lavin, who was a teacher and coach at Mesquite for years, and also Coach Ray Valenzuela, who was Mesquite's only tennis coach for the last 25 seasons.
A moment of silence there to honor a couple of coaches that apparently passed away from cancer.
Thank you.
Here at Mesquite High School.
Remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
And we will enjoy the national anthem out here. And our nation's national anthem out there, and we are getting that close to starting the 2023 season. And let's go through our sponsors for the 2023 season. Jones Ford is our scoreboard sponsor. You're going to see them a lot on your screen here. Jennifer Griffin, State Farm Insurance, will be sponsoring the coin toss out here today. The eye of the game sponsor is Reese's Tire Automotive and Tire Pros. Our regular game sponsors are Taylor Waste, Gettles High Desert Mechanical. Our friends at Yavapai College, Tiffany Construction, and Larry Green Chevrolet. Want to thank Northern Arizona Healthcare, Sun Country Custom Woodworks, D-Best Plumbing as Mingus Marauder sponsors for the 2023 season, as well as All Price Insurance and Roxu Screen Printing. Hello, Don. How you doing? Longfellow Excavating, Josh Longfellow, the Wrecking Ball, is our halftime sponsor 12, with the excavating company. 13, and we're going to come out for our captains here for both the squads. And we will do our eye on the game. Who are our referees out here today?
Our referee this evening is Rick Nurka. Our umpire is Daniel Lopez. Line judge John Warner. Another linesman Tyler Gustafson. And back judge Jim Hurt. Tonight on the game.
Want to thank Reese's Tire Automotive Tire Pros for being our eye on the game sponsor. And of course, Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, you want to go to reesestire.com and look for discounts on tires, wheels, services, and so much more. You're going to find more for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. Our coin toss out here is going to be from Jennifer Griffin, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for
folks. Don't forget
life,
to play the
as well
50,
as home,
50 raffle. Look for the 50,
automobile, as well as boats and RV insurance, all available through State Farm Insurance and Jennifer Griffin in Cottonwood.
So get your tickets now.
And love to see a couple of the seniors out there, the Halvis out there,
so they can continue to take care of our players. Pre-game meals, jerseys, water,
seniors
Gatorade,
already out there for the coin toss.
Buses, and so much more.
So while we're looking at the coin toss here, and the Mingus Marauders are out. Of course, the visiting squad is the Marauders. They will be in the white uniforms and the red numbers. The home uniforms for Mesquite is all black with the blue numbers outlined in the white, so old people like myself can actually read the numbers. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What do you see as a key to the game here for the Mingus Marauders?
Boy, I'm going to say fundamentals, Jackie. And I know that's a really vague statement, but your fundamentals is just no penalties, right? Keep it clean. You've been practicing all summer. You're ready to hit somebody. The nerves are going right now, so these guys are ready to just hit and start to try to make some plays.
Is receiving
Mesquite
the kickoff.
will receive the ball first, so Marauders are going to get I like the advantage of kicking off first to start your season, Jackie, is offensively you're really nervous on that offensive line. So you may jump, right? If you're waiting for the count and you're really antsy, you might jump. So I would say the advantage right now, just from the coin toss, goes to the Marauders. They're going to get to play defense first. And I'll tell you, when you're playing defense, there's nothing quite like you can just be an animal. Just kind of tuck your head back and run right at the quarterback. So,
well, you got to read.
Yeah,
because we're going to see a spread offense. We expect to see a spread offense here from Mesquite, and along with that spread, they can definitely run. Quarterback is most likely going to be able to run out of the pocket, which is Philip Jones. Saw him do that an awful lot last season. So the Mingus Marauders will have an opportunity to kick off to start this one. Taking a look, and we will see who is back to receive for Mesquite. It's going to be number 22 and
Jaden Vahill.
84, I think.
Also back deep, number 80, Dante Henderson.
Dante Henderson, pardon me. He is one of the receivers. Also back. Mingus Marauders is going to be Camacho kicking off for the Mingus Marauders, and here we go. Where are the jitters now? The whistle is blown, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. If we were at home, the cannon would have just gone off. It goes to the man on the far side. He takes it at about the 6-yard line, has a lane, runs up the middle, finds some room, finds his way back to the outside, gets all the way up to the 45-yard line before he's finally taken down. Great starting position out there for Mesquite.
Where the Cats will start first
that
and
looked
10.
like Jaden on the return for the Wildcats, and Boy, he does a good job just kind of
DJ
finding the open
Jones,
field.
quarterback tonight for the Cats.
Hitting the holes there. I mean, there was not much Marauders could do. They ended up getting him down just at the 45-yard line. So a good return by the Wildcats.
So the Wildcats will start off with the ball. Jones is in the backfield. They're going to spread it out. Two receivers to the near side. Tight end on the far side, making it even. One back in the backfield. Quarterback takes it. It's going to look to throw. Gets a little pressure. Decides to run. Bounces back to the outside. Finds a little bit of room. A flag was thrown. They wrestle him down after about 9 yards, but the flag was thrown about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, and we might start the season with a penalty.
Yeah, and that's, of course, what I was talking about in the beginning of the game. Keys to the game, Jackie, is going to be keeping it a clean game, and
they're going to wave it off.
So no penalty on that.
Correction, there is no flag on the play.
That looks like it's going to move the Wildcats, so that's just a good play there by the Wildcats quarterback.
And that quarterback scamper was good enough for a Wildcat.
Really, Clay Bowers for the Marauders did a good job coming off the edge and making him go to the outside, but nonetheless, first down Wildcats.
Well, they spread it out and ran the receivers down the field, so that meant the cornerbacks were not standing out there running some interference. Same setup. Three receivers to the left side. Quarterback takes it, hands it off, and diving through the middle is number 23, still on his feet. Good run, and he'll pick up another 8 on that. And that's going to be Rodriguez with a run.
Yeah, and Eric Rodriguez does a really nice job just following his lineman in the middle.
Down and 1.
I'd expect to see that out of the Marauders when they get the ball, but for now, the Wildcats do a good job getting a nice chunk of rushing yards both plays here.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line, 2nd and 2. Good push by the offensive line. Mingus has got to figure this out here. 2 really good runs by Mesquite to start it off. Empty backfield now for Jones. Jones takes the snap, looks to throw, throws, has a man, and it is caught. And wrestling him down on the far side of the field is going to be Senna, first man to the ball, but it's going to be good for a first down and another 10 yards.
Jones pass complete
to
number 80,
nice
Dante Henderson, and that completion is good enough for a
Jones
Wildcat.
only has the ball for maybe a couple seconds, and then he lets that go, and first down Wildcats. Smart play call there. You just get the ball into your quarterback's hands, and he releases it another second later.
Well, Mingus definitely gave him the cushion out there as they're trying to kind of figure out what to do here. So the first completion of the game goes for 10 yards, and Mingus jumps off sides. May have been Bowers. We'll see if that's going to be a full 5 yards, a free 5 yards, and it's going to.
Encroachment on Mingus.
And there's the technicalities. You got to be careful if you're Clay Bowers. He's trying to get a jump on that edge. But right now, you got to show a little bit more discipline. You expect to see those kind of penalties in the first couple games.
1st and 5, 2 backs in the backfield now. They show power. They go the opposite direction. Quarterback keeps it, throws it out of the backfield, overthrows him, and Mingus had it well defended, although out of the backfield. Had the receiver gotten his hands on that, which would have been Coleman,
incomplete,
then he would have had some room up underneath.
Yeah, and I let Max Leckington made sure that was not going to happen, and boy, Max Leckington looks stout compared to last year. Great to see. He looks like a big athlete out there and just kind of scared Phillip a little bit and throwing that ball too high. Nice job, Max.
2nd and 5 from the 22-yard line. Mesquite will go into a huddle here. First quarter action approaching, well, the clock is stopped at 10:19. 0-0 the score. Glad you are along with us. Mingus Marauders on the road to the Mesquite Wildcats here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. They break the huddle. They come out with a power. Yep, they come out with a power setup. Power to the left, man in motion, and the quarterback will hand it off to the sweep on the near side, and he is still on his feet, rumbling and stumbling near the first down. Not sure he got it. It'll be close, 4 or 5 yards on the carry inside the 20.
Yeah, and that's the Wildcats' interior offensive line doing a good job of just
5 yards
kind of
and
moving
another
the Marauders
Wildcat.
down.
First down.
And the Marauders have got to dig down deep and not let them push the line of scrimmage back so much, Jackie. It's hard right now. Mesquite's having quite a first drive.
Ball sits at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Mesquite Wildcats. They spread it out. 2 receivers to the near side. 3, actually. Quarterback rolls that way. Looks to throw. Has a man. Throws it. And it is dropped right at about the 6-yard line. Intended out there for number 10, which is Isaac Crowell. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down and 10.
That was just an absolute bullet by Jones there. He really threw that thing with some heat.
The only thing he could do is go down and try to catch it, and just couldn't get too much inside the body.
He almost came up with it, too. He bobbled it a little bit. That was a really hard throw to be diving to catch.
2 backs in the backfield, actually 3 receivers a wing, and the quarterback takes the snap. They hand it off up the middle. Mingus pushes back this time, drives him back, and interesting, that is a super late whistle since they had stopped progress all the way back down at the 15-yard line. A 1-yard gain for Rodriguez.
Yeah, and love to see it. Looks like Isaiah Latham
Pick up
in
a
there.
one on the play.
I think I see Leckington in there.
3rd down and 9.
And that's a really nice job of the Marauders to just not let that line of scrimmage move back at all.
First 3rd down of the drive, first 3rd down of the season.
Huge 3rd down here.
Yep, and at the 15-yard line. Interesting enough, if you don't pick it up at this point, do you go for the 3? You would think you're in range, right?
What a good question, Jackie. I don't know. Maybe flip a coin over it.
Spread offense. Nobody in the backfield with the quarterback. Jones is going to step up and try to get out, and he will get caught by the Mingus Marauders, and he drops the ball. Mingus recovers it. Is it Mingus Marauder football?
It looks like they're going to give it to the Marauders, Jackie, and big Nick Choate out there getting the pressure. Really credit all the defensive linemen for getting in the backfield. Jones just has to scramble through an opening, and he's just met by the Marauder secondary. And that's a great tackle, causes a fumble, and how about that for the first 3rd down, Jackie? All of a sudden, it's Marauders' ball.
So Mingus takes over at the 22-yard line. Most importantly, they stop the drive. Mesquite does not score, and they force an error. Jones, one thing that I heard coaches talking about is Jones runs with that ball away from his body. He did not tuck it and couldn't outrun the Mingus Marauder linebackers. 1st and 10 for the Mingus Marauders. Camacho over center, takes the snap, hands it off. Brulin cuts inside of one man, dives inside of another, and pushes the pile forward for a nice gain of about 5.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Brulin does such a nice job of just kind of juking to get inside the hole. He didn't have much space.
That's Brulin.
But he does a really nice job of just doing a 1-2 juke and Pick up a few yards out of it. They're going to give him 5 on
the Marauders
that,
will have
That's
second
a
down
great
and 5.
first play for the Marauders.
Well, once again, it was a good push by the Mingus Marauder offensive line, and he was able to dive and keep those legs rolling. So second and 5 for the Mingus Marauders, and all sorts of people jump. It might be 2nd and 10 now, and that is going to be the second motion penalty for the Mingus Marauders. One defensively and one offensively.
Yeah, and that's
pushes
just
him back
some
5
discipline.
yards,
And
brings up
like
2nd
I've
and
said
10.
before, Jackie, we'll probably see that in the first handful of games. Obviously, before you get into region play and playoffs, you clean up those penalties. But beginning of the season, you still have jitters. You're still really antsy to get off the line. So that's explainable.
Tight formation. And the Mingus Marauders actually have, is that Stokes in at quarterback? There's the snap. Yes, Stokes is quarterback. They hand it off to Brulin. Brulin switches directions, pounces to the outside, gets to the first down and dives out of bounds, and he'll pick up the first down for the Mingus Marauders. That play is supposed to run left? I don't think so.
No, Brulin had another idea, and I like his idea. Get the first down, and
Brulin with
nice
the carry,
job changing direction.
driven out of bounds.
Jackie, how about this already?
26,
First series for the Marauders. I'm giving out a pancake. Pancake to Isaiah Latham on that play. He's got to get up off of his defender, and Mikey Grijalva's tapping him on the back saying, nice job, big guy.
Pushed him out of bounds, 3rd and 1. I thought he was past the marker. The marker might have moved to get out of his way. So a big third down for the Mingus Marauders. Wing formation here. One man in motion. There is the snap. There is the handoff. And it is going to be Grijalva. And we're going to see if he made it to the first down marker or not. Let's see where they set that marker.
Mikey Grijalva with the carry.
It's going to be really close.
On the tackle, number 6, Jalen
Mikey.
Coleman.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. Nice job by the Marauders to get that. That's a dogfight for the first down right there. Grijalva got to the line of scrimmage, and there was really nowhere to go. So good job of the Marauders pushing that pile forward.
So Mingus picks up its first down. 7:08 left to go in the first quarter. Packed house here at Mesquite. I would say the stands are about 80% full. And if all the people at the snack bar and the bathroom were in the stands, we'd be 90% full. Out here today, wing formation. Stokes takes the snap, hands it off. Brulin has nowhere to go and will get run back. He's going to lose yardage on that one, maybe 2 or 3.
Seth Brulin with the carry.
Wasn't fooled by that one.
Met first in the backfield by number 26, Eli Condi.
Brulin has yet to be successful to get to that outside edge. So
loss of 3 on the
hopefully the Marauders can clean that up on the edge a little bit and or go through the middle gaps, but the Wildcats read that one well.
Condi on the tackle for Mesquite, the leading tackler from the 2022 season, picking up right where he left off. I believe that was more of a run blitz as he was coming through. So Mingus has got to dig deep here and figure out how to get out of the hole here. 2nd and 13, the ball on their own 29-yard line. 6:09 left to go in the first quarter. Stokes at quarterback, looking to take the snap. Takes the snap, pitches it to the outside, and Brulin makes a cut inside, runs into other black jerseys, and only picks up 1.
Boy, I like to see the effort by Brulin there, but Wildcats read that well, and there's a flag that came in late, Jackie, and I think they're going to call Camacho on this. I think they may get Camacho. Camacho was just blocking downfield. I didn't see any sort of a hold or anything from up top here, but let's see what they discuss and talk about it.
They are calling it a hold. They're going to ask whether they want it or it's a third down. Do they want to give the Mingus Marauders 2nd and 23? Or do they want to give the Mingus Marauders 3rd and 13? It's going to be a hold on the Mingus Marauders. It is declined. And they are going to mark the ball back at the 19-yard line. So 3rd and 19 now for the Mingus Marauders. Brulin has 4 carries so far for 11 yards, 1 first down. Mingus tight formation once again. Boy, the Mesquite Wildcats stacking the box, and there is going to be all sorts of penalties.
And that's going to move the Marauders back even more. It's that discipline, Jackie, and you know that the coaching staff's going to address that when we get to the halftime. But for now, the Marauders got to try to clean that up. That's already 3 fast penalties, and all at the snap of the ball penalties.
Leckington thought it was on 1, and it was apparently on 2 or 3. So 3rd and 18 now for the Mingus Marauders. 5:35 left to go first quarter. Long 3rd down, and there's the snap. And Stokes loses the ball, and it is going to, I believe, go back to the Mesquite Wildcats.
Yeah, it sure will. And how about that? I'm pretty sure Mesquite's going to take over just about where the Marauders took over. So it was a fumble recovery for the other team.
Recovered by Mesquite.
Both their first drives. So the Wildcats start their season with a fumble on the first drive, and so do the Marauders. So Wildcats get the ball back in great field position now. They're at the 20. Boy, the Wildcats got the ball back right at the red zone here, Jackie.
20-yard line, there's the snap. Quarterback takes it, he looks to throw, has a man, throws it downfield, has him in the end zone. Camacho tries to separate the ball from the man, but it is too late, and it will be a touchdown. And number 10 with the reception out there, that is going to be Crowell. And there go the digital lights. First passing touchdown, first touchdown of the season for the Mesquite Wildcats.
Yeah, very, very cool. I like the light show, Jackie, for the touchdown. That's neat. And also, that's a tough break for the Marauders. I really like the play call there from Mesquite. I mean, you get the ball back on a turnover. You weren't expecting it. Might as well take a chance. That's what they do, and they get a 20-yard touchdown pass.
So the extra point is down and low, and it's going to be no good out there.
Point is
and that's
no good.
Tegan Keel on the kicker, but it's no good. 6-0 the score. 5:20 left to go in the first quarter. We will take a break here from Mesquite High School. We will return for kickoff after this.
By number 10.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Back we are for kickoff, a 20-yard catch.
Back deep for the Marauders.
Crowell from Jones. And the extra point was no good.
And Seth Brulin.
Seth Brulin's back for the Mingus Marauders as we get ready for the kickoff. And it is going to be a little pooch kick, and it'll go out of bounds. Mingus will take that with great field position and a little extracurricular activity out there on the kickoff. We see the flag on the near side, nothing in the middle of the field, so Mingus will get the ball in real good field position.
Yeah, and we'll see. That was Noah Wallowitz kind of got blindsided there on that. I wonder if that's what they're going to call. I don't know that it was, the definition of a blindside. Could have been a good block, but not with the kick going out of bounds. So let's see what the refs decide there.
They're just going to put the ball at the 35-yard line.
Right about where it went out of bounds, too.
So Mingus has got to put a drive together as they gave up traded turnovers with the Mesquite Wildcats and put Mesquite in a real good field position. And now we've got an equipment issue, and they stop play. And so Mingus is going to have to bring Machado in to replace him.
Stokes getting the huddle back there, nice and tight. Make sure everybody's on the same page. And yeah, if you're the Marauders, it's time to answer. Right now, Mesquite up 6-0 on the last possession. They scored, and Marauders need to answer here.
Mingus spreads it out with one back in the backfield, trying to loosen up the linebacker core here. Stokes takes the snap, and we'll get to the outside. Throws, has a man, and Machado just off the fingertips at the 40, no good.
Yeah, and boy, Machado just maybe a step behind that ball there. Not a bad play attempt by the Marauders. I like it.
Second down and 10 for Mingus.
Second and 10 from the 35-yard line. 5:15 left to go in quarter number 1 of the opening game of the 2023 season. Mingus Marauders wearing the white with the red letters and the silver helmets. The home squad, the Mesquite Wildcats, in the black and the blue letters, surrounded by white. Easy to tell the numbers. Out of the shotgun, Stokes takes it, goes to his right, looks to throw. Now he's going to run, and he will get sacked. However, we have got a flag out here at the 46-yard line. I don't know what that has to do.
Number 26, Eli.
That was thrown by the far.
There's a flag on the
far umpire there. So let's see. Most likely going to be holding here, Jackie. Typically, when the flag's kind of thrown in no man's land here, that means one of the refs saw some holding, and that's exactly what it was. It looks like they're calling it on Mesquite.
Mesquite.
So holding on the defense.
So that'll help the Mingus Marauders, because that will take away the sack, which is fantastic, and it's going to be 10 yards and an automatic first down. So Mingus will get the first down on penalties, and the ball moves up to the 45-yard line.
10 from the
nice
Mesquite
to see a holding
45-yard line.
The defensive way. Give the Marauders a little bit of the edge there. And Stokes and the Marauders have a 20-yard jog to get to the line of scrimmage now that the refs move the ball up.
Now what's interesting is that it was thrown on the near side of the field with Stokes rolling to the other side of the field. How is that receiver or that defensive player even in the play? Rain Stokes over center. There's the snap. They hand it to the second back. That's going to be Brulin. He side jumps one man. Choate is going to grab him and bring him forward for maybe another half a yard. And they're going to give him 3 on the carry.
Yeah, and that's a pretty generous spot
the
there.
ball carrier.
Didn't quite look like Bruling got all the way up there, but they're
Led
giving
by
him
a
at least
host of
3 yards,
Wildcats.
so that's nice.
Led by number 5, Jamar Trotter.
Nonetheless, the Wildcats doing a good job just kind of blowing up the interior of the offensive line for the Marauders.
Second down and 8.
One thing that Mesquite has in their favor is they only have 2 players going both ways, while Mingus has about 8 or 9 players going both ways. Stokes looks to take the snap and hands it to the second man, Brulin. Brulin gets back to the line of scrimmage and then is shoved back. And they run over Bowers in the process. Or no, actually that's Watson they run over, the sophomore. They're going to give him progress for about
on the tackle for the Cats,
a yard.
Number 6, Jalen Coleman.
That's a tough one, Jackie,
number 26,
because
Eli
when you
Carney.
watch the play develop there, if Bruin's able to hit that hole just a half a second earlier, there was great blocks in the secondary. So if he could have just gotten through there a little bit quicker, that would have been a great play. Nonetheless, Mesquite does a good job of keeping the Marauders short.
Let's get loud, Mesquite.
3rd and 6 from the 49-yard line. Mingus spreads it out, 2 receivers both sides. Stokes in the backfield, takes the snap, drops it, picks it up, and has to escape, loses it, hands it off to a man, and he will get tackled, but he hands it off to Grijalva, who is blocking for him, and then Grijalva gets tackled as they just pull off the quarterback. And so who loses that yards? Who actually uses that yardage?
Yeah, Stokes is handing the ball off like he doesn't want to take it.
Right. So, I mean, statistically, is that Grijalva that gets the loss of 12 yards, or is it Stokes?
Jaden Vigil back deep for the Cats.
That's above my pay grade, Jackie. That's a tough one right there. I just know that play is most likely called cattywampus.
Is that what it is? So our first punt here for the Mingus Marauders of the 23 season. And it is way over his head. Camacho has to pick it up, and he does get a punt off, kind of, sort of. And it is going to roll not back to the original line of scrimmage, and they're going to say that he touched it at the 30. Somebody touched it at the 39-yard line, but the snap was over his head, and Camacho somehow even got it off.
Territory.
But the line of scrimmage is going to be the 39-yard line. They're going to make it the 38-yard line. That's going to be great field position to start.
Yeah, already the Marauders making it just too easy in the field position battle here, Jackie. Mesquite's gotten some short drives after a good initial return to start the game. I mean, they've been in Marauders territory since.
2:30 left to go in the first quarter. Spread formation. 2 backs in the backfield. And Jones takes it and will keep it himself, come off to the near side. He will try to get to the outside, and it's going to be Camacho that'll take him down inside the 30, about the 28-yard line.
Jones is a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, another flag thrown on that. And again,
and it's going to be a holding
on the play.
Holding, and that's going to bring the Wildcats back. That's a little bit of a break for the Marauders.
It's going to be a fantastic break for the Marauders. The hold is downfield, so from the spot of the foul, it's going to end up being like a 4-yard penalty.
Holding on Mesquite.
Yeah, good chance for the Marauders here to get something going.
So it is going to be a 1st and 14 now from the 43-yard line of the Mingus Marauders.
Marauders got to play stout at that defensive line and get some penetration in the backfield too. We've already seen the Wildcats put it up in the air and keep it on the ground, almost 50-50.
Cats will have 1st down and 15.
Jones in shotgun, takes the snap, and will hand it off. The Mingus Marauders get in the backfield, but getting out of it is going to be Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets up toward the 40, back to the 41, and he'll gain 2. It will now be a 2nd down and about 13.
On the tackle, number 77,
nice job
Nicholas
there.
Choate.
Nicholas Choate on the tackle. I saw Isaiah Xena in there. Eli Calandra in there as well on the tackle.
Pick up of a couple on the play.
So nice job by those guys, keeping the Wildcats to very minimal gains here. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and about 15, maybe 14.
Well, they see 13 on the scoreboard. I agree with that. Ball sits at the 41-yard line. The original line of scrimmage was the 38-yard line. Spread formation, they set the ball on the near side. 2 receivers to the high side, plus a tight end. Quarterback takes the snap, looks to throw. Mingus gets a little bit of pressure. Now he looks to run, tries to bounce to the outside. Mingus gets around the corner and is able to get down to about the 31-yard line where he's thrown out of bounds. There is another penalty flag right at the 32-yard line. We're going to see who that one's going to go against.
Driven out of bounds by Mikey Gravala, but there is a flag on the play.
And a little bit of excitement there. Saw big Jordan Watson out there playing defense for the Marauders, and love to see him fired up. He's out there going back and forth with the Wildcat after a couple good blocks and the quarterback scramble.
Hold again. So another hold.
Holding on Mesquite.
And that is, they're going to bring the ball back to the 42-yard line. So the hold was 9 yards downfield, so it ends up with an effective yardage of a 1-yard penalty. So it is now 2nd and 14. This looks more like a scrimmage where you just bring the ball back to where it's kind of close where you started, and then you just do again. 2 backs in the backfield, with Jones, the quarterback, out of shotgun. He looks to throw, and he will step up into the pocket and will get swallowed up. Ran into big Nicholas Choate, and then everybody came around to tackle him. He just had nowhere to go around Choate.
Yeah, awesome job there by the Marauders defensive line. I saw Jordan Watson
down by number 73, Jordan Watson.
Nick Choate, these guys doing a great job in the interior.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
And not giving Jones anywhere to go. I mean, pressure's coming off the edge from Clay Bowers as well, and he just doesn't have anywhere to go. Marauders able to swallow him up and get a great sack on that.
So technically speaking, as we are under 40 seconds, that is a negative yardage of 1. That goes as a sack for number 73 out there for the Mingus Marauders. 3rd and 15. Quarterback takes a snap, looks to throw, looks downfield, has a little bit of time, now has to run, and Bowers off of the block makes the tackle. He was manhandled by the block and still makes the tackle. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, how great of a job is that? Bowers just staying focused. He's getting driven back, but at the same time, he's had the awareness to tackle the quarterback as he comes by.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. We've got a 1-minute break coming up, a 1-minute break. We will be back for quarter number 2, 4th and 12 when we return after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have...
And the snap is over the punter's head. He's going to pick it up and try to run for it, and he gets to the outside. He's got a shot at the first down. Mingus does contain him and throws him out of bounds. It will be Mingus's ball, but a great job. Boy, he made a lot of yardage out of that. Crowell picks it up, brings it all the way down to the 30-yard line, so he picks up about 10 yards. However, Mingus does stop him.
They're giving it to him, Jackie.
Wait, what?
Down Wildcat.
No. You've got to be kidding me.
Got the signal already, first down. Maybe they were signaling for the Marauders, but he went the wrong way. Wildcats are sending their defense out.
Okay.
No one is quite sure what's going on right now.
I didn't bring my blood pressure pills. What are you doing that to me?
Wildcats, first down.
Oh, you're kidding me. They are giving it a first down.
So What a job by the punter there. That's like a 29, 30-yard scramble.
Yes. I definitely thought he was short.
So did the Wildcats.
Yeah, no doubt. So Mingus rushing a player in, first down, as they pick it up off of the punt, and now we get a penalty flag. And we're going to see what the call is on this. He's not making a signal. He's actually just telling the head referee. And it's going to be an offsides on the home team. How about that? So they're going to make it 1st and 15 now.
Lining up offsides must be?
That's the only thing I can think of. There was a receiver, maybe?
Yeah. Well, Phillip will take it. And look at this, Jackie. Phillip's got nowhere to go and brought down by the Marauders as he's trying to get to the outside. That's Eli Calandra with a huge play. And during the confusion of all that, again, another weird Mesquite offensive play ends up benefiting the Marauders. Eli Calandra with a great tackle.
So no yards on the play. Well, they're actually going to give him 1. So Rodriguez picks up, or was that Jones that was running it?
That was Jones with it.
So he gets 1 yard on the carry. 2nd and 14. The ball sits on the Mingus Marauder 30-yard line. Mingus was supposed to get the punt and the high snap, and Cromwell gives his team a great opportunity. Jones finds some running room to the outside, and he will get caught from behind. A long toss from the side judge. And that was definitely... That was a good toss. That was, kind of the shot put toss, right?
Man, they're warmed up now.
Yeah, no kidding.
That flag had some distance to it.
So if it stands, there was about 8 yards on the run, but that's exactly where they say the hold is. And it is going to be a negative 1 yard, maybe 2 yards. So there's been a lot of small penalties.
Yeah,
amazing.
Has. It's going to make for a lot of up downs for both teams already.
So they say 2nd and 17 on the board.
2nd down and 17.
Quarterback in shotgun, 2nd down. They still have the ball. Going from right to left. He throws a quick throw, and it is caught by the tight end. Immediately taken down. Number 11 on the reception. That's going to be Sia.
And just an underrated throw by Phillips, too, Jackie. I mean, he put it in the only spot
on the play.
and his wide receiver can
Brings
get
up
it.
3rd down and 6.
Senna was all over him.
Right.
And just couldn't make the play, but obviously made the tackle right after the catch.
Well, Sia with the reception here. It's his first reception of the game. And one back in the backfield now. Jones calls for the ball, waits on it, and now we will get a timeout. A timeout for the Mesquite squad. We're going to take a 30-second break with them. We will return. Mingus still trailing 6-0. 9:26 left to go in the second quarter.
Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services throughout Yavapai County and Flagstaff. Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at goettlshdm.com. Providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettle's and go Marauders. Starting in the late 1920s.
Refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
When you're looking for a plumber,
And they throw the ball down and just through his hands. They go for the one-on-one receiver. Jay Williams, the intended receiver, and it may have been out of bounds even though it went through the breadbasket, but that's going to bring up another 4th down now, but 4th and 6 from the Mingus Marauder 25-ish yard line, 24-yard line. And do you go for it if you're Mesquite or not?
Boy, I think you go for it here. You're already winning the field position battle. I would think we're going to see him go for it.
And it looks like that is what they're going to do, especially when you have a high snap in your first punt attempt. They throw the ball. It goes to the tight end to the outside. A great block. And they get him to the outside as Camacho makes the tackle, but it is a first down to Sia, which will get inside of the 10 down to the 8-yard line.
That completion's good enough for a Wildcat.
A good play design
first
right there.
down.
Sia just goes right out into the flat, picks up a block, and I mean, Jones only has the ball in his hands for another two Mississippi maybe, then he gets rid of it. So that's a tough play to defend.
Well, they certainly cleared it out. And, with their patterns and quote-unquote a block, they hand it off inside. Mingus is able to cover it down, but it gets inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line with Rodriguez.
On the tackle for Mingus.
Yeah, that's just the interior of the Wildcats there, doing a good job moving that line of scrimmage. It's also, Jackie, the Wildcats have successfully played the air game, right? They've thrown the ball well, so the Marauders might cheat a little bit and play more passing.
Second down with 3 yards to go.
You got to be careful because then here comes the run.
They spread out the formation once again. You've got Rodriguez inside with Jones. Both of them can run the ball, and they're going to hand it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez stumbles, bumbles, and gets into the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown.
And there go the lights, Jackie. If you have epilepsy, folks, look away because that field is blinking. That's really cool, though. I love it. It's a cool celebration there for the Wildcats here on their home turf, which is natural grass, by the way. Jackie, we were talking before the game, and this is definitely the nicest this grass will look all season because it's going to get torn up after tonight.
It'll get torn up before we're at halftime.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So coming in for the extra point is Tegan Keel. No, they're going to go for 2 because they missed the first extra point. Tight formation, they hand it off, and a push at the end, but Mingus is going to stop it. And a little bit of success here for the Mingus Marauders as they stop the 2-point conversion. So at 8:09 left to go here in the second quarter, the Mingus Marauders trail by 12 to nothing. Kickoff coming up right after this.
And Mingus.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community, and with every customer that comes through the door, Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com. People often...
Kickoff forthcoming here for the Mingus Marauders. This will be the second time Mingus will get a kickoff. The first one actually went out of bounds. Mingus didn't get an opportunity to return. We'll see if Mingus gets a chance to return this one. So far, 12-0. 2 touchdowns, a missed extra point, and a missed 2-point conversion by the Mesquite squad.
Yeah, important for the Marauders to have a good drive here, clean it up, no penalties.
And there is the kickoff, and it is short. It is going to bounce at about the 25-yard line. Mingus is going to try to take it the other way. That's Machado. Machado brings it inside, cuts it up, and gets taken down at about the 30-yard line. I think he had visions of a lot more yardage than that.
Yeah, he sure did, Jackie. Machado was really wanting to turn that upfield. One of the Wildcats did a really nice job of flying down and just diving at his legs.
All right, we do have a shaved ice, it looks like, going on over by the visitors' concession stand.
Shaved ice, that would come in handy right about now. In this cool heat breeze that's up here on top of the box.
So some of these sponsors sponsoring Red Dots and sponsoring the Mingus Marauders this year: Home Depot, Black Hills Car Star Auto Body, and CS Auto Body, and Puckett Physical Therapy. And the Mingus Marauders run it up the middle, get a decent push, and it's going to be Grijalva with the run, and he's going to pick up 6.
Yeah, I love that play call. I absolutely love that. You have 3 big interior linemen.
Pick up of 6 on the play.
Hernandez
brings up
he's
second
just
down
get right
and
behind
4.
him. Isaiah Latham, these guys are going to give you great blocks in the middle. So I'm not surprised that when we see it kept tight in the middle, you're going to see some big chunk yards from by the Marauders.
Well, keep pushing that spear.
Right?
Yeah, no doubt. Tight formation, 1 receiver to the bottom. Stokes in at quarterback, and he will to the handoff. Mingus Marauders take it to the right-hand side. Grijalva finds a hole and runs off tackle. He'll pick up the first down and then some. Give him about 10 on the run.
Yeah, nice job, Mikey. Very, very good awareness in there. Able to follow his blocks and hit the openings, and he does a great job of getting the first down for the Marauders. And this is what you want to see. Second quarter, love to see the Marauders put some points on before halftime and give their offense a little bit of confidence.
Well, they need to. They're down by 2 scores at this point. So you got to bring it to at least a 1-score game. Just under 7 minutes left to go. Mingus trailing 12-0 to the Mesquite Wildcats, and this handoff is going to be stumbled, and diving forward for yardage is going to be Grijalva, and they're going to mark him back all the way inside of the 50.
Yeah, that's a rough spot there for Mikey. It looked like he dove ahead for a couple more yards.
4 on the play.
The Wildcats defense says otherwise.
Second down and 6 for Mingus.
So we are still not into Wildcat territory yet.
You and I are trying to spot him, though, where he landed and where he stopped, not where he fell down, right?
Right. That's, yeah, we saw it a few more yards downfield.
Of course. Stokes with the handoff, and it's going to go, Grijalva gets wrapped up out there.
Yeah, you got to blow the whistle. I don't know.
Extracurricular activity out there.
Blown dead.
No doubt.
Like you said, Grijalva got wrapped right up and spun down.
Nice stop by number 88.
And again, he got tackled again.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and a long 5, maybe 6 out there. The nose of the ball at the 50-yard line.
No gain on the play.
With no gain on the play, Jackie, this is a tough feat just to get into Wildcat territory.
3rd down and 6.
Here come the Mingus Marauders. They do a tight formation wing, strong to the near side. There is the snap. Nope. Raines is going to throw the ball, throws it downfield, and they should have the first down. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Camacho comes down with it, and that should be good for a first down.
Camacho.
For sure it is. What a great job by Stokes.
Kowalski on the stop.
Get it to Camacho, and who we thought we might see a quarterback, Camacho, doing a great job playing wide receiver.
43-yard line.
Jackie, I'll be honest, I think us and a couple of the Wildcats didn't quite know what was going on that play. It looked like a run at first, and then everyone was kind of standing around, and then all of a sudden Stokes is like, hey, Camacho, catch this for the first down.
Well, interesting that Stokes gets in for the first game. Now he's out of the shotgun, takes the shotgun, throws the ball downfield. Threw it into territory. Looking for Camacho behind him. He had 6 defensive backs around him.
Incomplete.
Yeah, you got to be careful, Stokes. You don't want to get too greedy there. A lot of Wildcats in that vicinity there.
Second down,
I didn't see too many wide receivers lined up on this far side where me and you are. As Stokes kind of goes up and waits for the play to come in. Marauders trying to put together a good drive here. 5 minutes left until halftime. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left till halftime.
Camacho is 1 for 3, 7 yards and a first down, and we're going to get the play blown dead as Mingus is going to take a timeout. With their timeout, we're going to take a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We will return. The Mingus Marauders trailing 12-0 over behind the Mesquite Wildcats. We're back after this.
Your Wildcats.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community, and with every customer that comes through the door, Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com. People off.
Mingus will come out of the timeout here with 2nd and 10 with the Mingus Marauders with the ball at the Mesquite 43-44 yard line. First trip into Mesquite territory for the Mingus Marauders. Mingus lines it up and actually spreads it out. Spread formation out there. Stokes has got one back in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, looks to throw, throws the ball downfield, throws it into coverage, and it is broken up. And did he catch it? Did Camacho come down with it off the tip? He did. How about that?
Unbelievable catch, and a lot of the Wildcats don't believe it. And what a great job, and it looks like it's a holding, Jackie.
Oh,
holding. So what a huge play.
Holding.
Oh, getting called back by the Marauders.
Mingus. Gonna bring it back.
And that'll take the wind out of the sails a little bit, but you just got to focus on everything that went right on that play, and it was the bounce at the end that went right.
Yes, it was the throw into double coverage that got tipped up, and then Camacho somehow came down with it while he's lying on his back on the ground.
That's a very fortunate catch for Camacho, and unfortunately, it doesn't count.
2nd and 20. The Mingus Marauders at their own 47-yard line now. 4:55 left to go in the first half. Tight formation. Camacho goes to the top of the field. Mingus is going left to right across your radio dial. There's the snap, and the quarterback keeps it. Stokes looks to throw the ball. Now looks to run the ball. Ooh, and gets hit hard. Knocks his helmet off as he is sacked on the far side of the field.
Rain, maybe try not to get hit that hard at the quarterback position. Stokes kind of lowers his shoulder trying to give it to the defense, but the Wildcats got the better of him on that hit. That was big. His helmet came off on that, Jackie.
And he may have to go out for a play because the helmet came off for sure, which I think would make Camacho the quarterback.
2nd down and 20.
Yeah, what a big hit. You don't want to see your quarterback taking huge hits like that. I'm sure the coaching staff will address that with him and say, hey, just play it safe next time. I mean, we love to see big hits, but that go our way, right?
That is definitely going for a sack out there. 3rd and 22 according to the board. There's the snap, and the ball is on the field, and it is going to be Wildcat ball. A fumbled snap out there as Camacho pulled away and did not come out with the ball. So it's going to be 1st down for Mesquite at the Mingus Marauder 45-yard line with 4:07 left to go and an opportunity to extend the lead.
So safely, have we even been in Wildcat territory tonight so far?
Well, we've run a play.
With 4 minutes left in the half, Wildcats have the ball back. But boy, Marauders just struggled very, very much to get into Wildcat territory. Now the goal, just keep the Wildcats out of the end zone before halftime.
Out of shotgun goes Jones. Jones steps back to throw and loses the ball as he's hit from behind, and it gets recovered out there. A caused fumble out there for the Mingus Marauders, number 75. And getting back on it was one of the offensive linemen for Mesquite, but they're going to lose 5 yards, and the ball comes back to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that's Jahir Hernandez down there.
Loss of
Isaiah
5 on the play. Brings up
Jordan's
2nd down and 15.
Nice job by that big defensive front. And big Nick Choate in the middle there. He's got to take up at least 2 guys on the other team's offensive line.
So a lot of mistakes here. The ball has been on the turf here 6 or 5 times so far this game. Quarterback's going to keep it, runs behind his running back, and then gets eaten up. Trying to rip it off in the 2. Brulin's got the ball going the other way. Let's see if there's any penalties on the play. If there isn't, that is going to be a strip sack and a touchdown for the Mingus Marauders, and it is.
How about that, Jackie? The Marauders on the board before halftime here. 12-6, Brulin with just an amazing strip. That's how you teach defense right there. The defensive coaching staff's giving them chest bumps on the sidelines over there. That's how we teach it in the summer, right there. What a strip and then a touchdown run.
How about that? So the Mingus Marauders do get on the board with 3:15 left to go in quarter number 2. And we're going to see if Mingus is going to go for 2 or go for the extra point. What would you do?
I'd be kicking an extra point here. Mesquite hasn't had one, so they're just sitting at 12. They missed both their PATs. So I'd be going for 1, and it looks like the Marauders are going to set up to try to kick it.
So it looks like number 45 is going to kick for the Mingus Marauders. No, it's going to be a fake. Picking it up is going to be Camacho. Camacho trying to make it to the quarter and does not get there. So Jordan Watson was set up for the kick, which really confused me. And Camacho, who was the holder, and tries to fake it in and gets down to about the 2-yard line, but not enough. But 12-6 is our score.
Mesquite 12, Mingus
3:15 left to go in the first quarter. We will return to Mesquite High School coming up after this.
We have a
This has been the post-game report brought to you by Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating AC.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs. I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owner.
Back here at Mesquite High School, so the 2-point conversion no good by Camacho. And it is 12-6 Mingus with their second kickoff of the season. Camacho looks to kick, approaches the ball, and he poof kicks it, and it drops at about the 35-yard line, and they fall down on it about the 37-yard line. So Mingus obviously giving some serious respect out there to the returners from Mesquite.
Brings the kickoff.
Yeah, love that, and the Marauders do a really good job there. That was
where your
Matthew Rodriguez on the coverage. And Matthew does a good job, like you just said, Jackie, getting downfield, not giving them a lane.
37-yard line.
Mesquite's just going to take the ball where they kind of caught it. And now, how about this? A huge stop for the Marauders here would really make the game interesting. It's 12-6, 3 minutes, 12 seconds before halftime. The Marauders have a chance to stop Mesquite here.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. Man in motion, and they're going to jet sweep it to the near side. A hold, not called. Trying to get to the corner, another hold, and he runs out of bounds near the first down marker.
Yeah, and that's coming right back.
Anderson, the ball carrier.
That'll be coming right back.
You have a flag on the play.
Jahir Hernandez out there telling the offensive lineman, you are very guilty of that, as they were kind of arguing with each other, but no lie about that, as the Wildcats offensive line had Jahir's shoulder pads.
Holding on Mesquite.
Pretty much almost down to his belly there. That's definitely a hold.
Listen, I'm half blind. If I see the hold, it is a hold, man.
Right. And it was funny, Jahir just showing him that he had to fix his shoulder pads.
Right.
Like, what do you mean, no hold?
I didn't show up this way. They weren't like this. All right, 2nd and 20. As Mesquite's back to their own 27-yard line. Jones out of shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off, running right up the middle, and riding him to the ground is going to be choked, but it's still going to be a good gain of about 6.
That cannot be a
Eric
fun ride.
Rodriguez, the ball carrier.
That absolutely cannot be a fun ride. That is a big defensive lineman for the Marauders. And nice job by those guys to penetrate the backfield and not let the Wildcats hit too far upfield.
Choate got up and said, I need your 3 tickets, please.
Yep. they didn't have any tickets.
Oh, well, then I'll have to charge you when I get in the backfield again.
You stay right there.
2nd and 14. Man in motion. The snap goes over the quarterback's head, and he will fall on it and give himself up at about the 15-yard line. That's going to be a huge loss of about 17 yards on the, well, they give it to him at the 16, so 16-yard loss on the snap over the quarterback's head.
Oh, goodness gracious. How about the momentum swings in this game already, Jackie? Just the first half of the season, and you have so many mistakes, which you expect. You have turnovers. You have snaps over the heads of the punters and the quarterbacks, and everything you'd expect in the first couple games, but we've got a jam-packed first half of it so far.
3rd and 40 now. The ball inside of the 20 at about the 16-yard line. Phillips fixes his helmet, takes the snap, and will run it. Goes to the outside, gets out of one block, and finds his way around the corner, and down the sideline he goes, and is pushed out of bounds near the first down marker, and that might be enough. Did he pick up 40 yards in the first down? And there's a flag at the end of the play. Camacho and
a flag on the play.
Number 5 having a conversation. That's Jamar Trotter, and they were having a conversation that one of the referees did not like, and he threw a flag.
And Camacho's got to be careful with the extracurriculars. They're definitely going to be looking for that. And let's see if they're going to call both parties guilty or just one of them.
Waiting for the call out here. And here it comes, maybe.
And it looks like they're going to get Mesquite on it, but who knows, Jackie?
Unsportsmanlike?
Yeah, they may turn around and walk it back, so let's see.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Mesquite.
They're going to just do it one way.
Boys, here, if you're Trotter for the Wildcats, you really got to be careful, huh? You just got your team a huge first down, and then at the end of it, just an undisciplined play brings the Wildcats back.
So the play, the flag happened after the play, so it should be first down.
Good call.
Yep, it should be first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. 1:37 left to go, but the clock's starting to play a role now. 2 timeouts left for the Mesquite squad. 2 receivers plus a tight end on the top side. Quarterback looks to throw, has a little bit of pressure, puts it up, puts it down the field, and overthrows it. But, man, Cronwell had him beat out there.
Is incomplete.
Yeah, good ball by Jones, too.
Cats will have 2nd down and 10.
That's a pretty far throw for a high school quarterback, and he does a good job. Just overthrows his receiver by probably just 2 or 3 yards. And Marauders do a really good job there coverage-wise.
Well, he got behind the the defense out there, so that part was definitely dangerous.
Is back at halftime.
2nd and 10 for the Mesquite squad at the 33-yard line.
Dave's hot chicken.
12-6 our score here. If you're just joining us, the Mingus Marauders trailing the home squad from Mesquite. Jones in the backfield, takes the snap, looks to throw, throws the ball over the field, and his receiver intended was not looking.
Coleman is incomplete.
Coleman was the intended receiver, and I think Machado had a better shot at that one.
3rd down and 10.
Yeah, he certainly did. Machado, if he would have saw that ball get thrown a little bit earlier, he may have come up with the interception on that, but he's just trying to play good coverage there.
So 1:27 left to go, 3rd and 10. Mesquite's been throwing the ball, so they haven't been taking time off the clock. Mingus still has 2 timeouts and maybe an opportunity to get the ball back if they can get a stop here. 3 receivers to the top side if you count the tight end. Quarterback takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, throws the ball, throws it downfield, overthrows him. And on the coverage out there for the Mingus Marauders on the tight end is going to be Max Leckington. And it's going to bring up a 4th down, so 1:22 left to go, and we're going to see if Mingus actually gets the ball back. Now, do you try to punt?
Intended for number 11.
Because it didn't work the last time.
I would say you have to try to punt, Jackie, right? This is the very first game of the season. You are going to need your punt game. I mean, you got to iron out your special teams for sure.
Mikey Grijalva back.
Grijalva goes back for the Mingus Marauders to return. And there's movement, and that's going to cost him 5. And I think Mesquite started moving before the snap.
Yep, most certainly is Mesquite.
And the punter's giving the ball back going, it's the first snap we got, man. This is the first time they got the snap to me.
Yeah, now your snapper is going to be sweating it again.
Right.
But time to clean that up. All summer long, these guys should have been practicing that. And I know it's different come game time scenario, but this will clean up for both teams.
Punter sits at the 15-yard line. The Mingus Marauder returner, Grijalva, sits at his own 40. High snap, comes down with it, puts it up. Short snap, or short punt, and it's going to bounce and go out of bounds at the Mingus Marauder 49-yard line. And they're going to actually blow it down at the 48-yard line. So 1:12 left to go. We're going to keep it here.
After that punt,
the Mingus Marauders have 1:12 and 2 timeouts left to see what they can do, and they have a possibility of taking the lead here at halftime.
Yeah, seriously, Jack. Yeah, I'd love to see the Marauders take some sort of shot at the end zone, or maybe a 30 or even a 20, 30, 40-yard shot here, because for all intents and purposes, Mesquite had the dominance in the first quarter. Second quarter, Marauders came back a little bit, and here we are just about going into halftime, and the Marauders seem to be taking the momentum here.
Camacho comes to the near side, lines up. Stokes at quarterback, takes the snap, and will hand it off. Brulin has some blockers out around him. As he gets the corner, he'll pick up the first down and get pushed out of bounds, and you can do that on the ground too. 1:04 left to go, and he is out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, and a first down and 12 yards.
Driven out of bounds by number 21, Jonathan.
What a smart play that is right there. That's why I'm not a coach, right there. That's a smart play. Have your running back get to the outside edge and get out of bounds after the first down, stops the clock.
Well, if you don't get it, then you call the timeout.
Right.
You know, but that was the first time that we have seen Mesquite drop back into more of a prevent defense. They have had 11 men at the line of scrimmage practically against the Mingus Marauders. Strong formation to the right-hand side this time. Quarterback takes the snap, hands it off. They're going to sweep to the near side. Here comes Grijalva. Grijalva gets past one man, past the 30, and gets dropped at about the 29-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. The clock stops at 55.6 seconds while they move the chains once again. And the Mingus Marauders back-to-back first downs.
First down for Mingus.
And love it, Jackie. What a momentum swing here. Seriously, 50 seconds, 40, 47 seconds. It's ticking right now. But the Marauders have a chance to make something of it.
Mingus Marauders get to the line at 40 seconds. Stokes looking to take the snap. Takes the snap, hands it off, and will get hit immediately. Now we need the timeout. And we will get the timeout. And a loss of 1 on the play. And Mingus Marauders will take the timeout. We're going to leave it here.
By number 5, Jamar Trotter.
Trotter with the tackle in the backfield, a 1-yard loss. So what do, Nick? You've got 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line with 31.9 seconds. You've got easily 3 plays left, yes?
Yeah, you would hope 3 plays, right? Unless you do a running play and he gets tackled inbounds. That's the tough thing. So maybe a counter to the outside. If you really want to run the ball, maybe a counter or a sweep, something to get to the edge. That way your running back can get out of bounds. In this situation, I'd like to see the Marauders go to the air. I'd like to see you try to get it to the 5-yard line, 10-yard line, right on the edge. So your wide receiver can catch it, step out of bounds, and then you have an easy play to get into the end zone.
There are no easy plays to get into the end zone.
You're very right about that. But, you know, when you have the 3 interior linemen that the Marauders have, and Big Hernandez, Latham, and Choate in there, some plays have got to be easy, like a quarterback sneak maybe?
Well, let's see what we do. Stokes, the junior, takes over the reins, no pun intended. He's got 1 receiver to the far side, 2 backs in the backfield, takes the snap and hands it off. Brulin breaks it out of 1 would-be tackle and then gets tackled in the middle of the field and then thrown down hard. Late whistles out here. Once again, that's going to be a loss of 1, and it might be that Brulin lost his helmet and he's going to have to come out for a play, and that doesn't help the Mingus Marauders.
The ball carrier.
So it's now going to be 3rd and 12 and another timeout for the Mingus Marauders. We're going to take a quick break with them. We're going to come back in exactly 30 seconds. We'll be right back after this.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywwoodworks.com.
I'd like to thank Uncle Bear.
And back here at Mesquite High School, the Mingus Marauders trailing 12-6, but they've got the ball 3rd and 12 at the 31-yard line. 23.9 seconds left to go, but the Mingus Marauders are out of timeouts now. So out of timeouts, they want to make sure that, number one, they don't give the ball back, so they don't give an opportunity out here for the home team, the Mesquite squad. They go to a spread formation. Stokes is in the shotgun, takes the snap, and will get away from the sack and then sacked and then dropped, and then the ball comes out. And I don't know if he was trying to pitch it to somebody or not. And now there's extracurricular activity once again between these two squads.
Ball of the ball carrier.
And
met in the backfield first by number 6, Jalen Coleman.
I don't know if he got the ball to Grijalva or not, but in the process, they lose a lot of yardage. And that brings up a 4th down. And the clock is running, and they're just going to let it run out here, and they're going to go locker room down 12-6, not give another shot at the Mesquite squad to get the ball back. All right, 12-6 at halftime. When we come back, the Longfellow halftime report, a Longfellow excavating halftime report is coming up after this.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps,
surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywwoodworks.com.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
The right vehicles, the right people, the right price. Make Jones Ford of Verde Valley the right place to buy. Choose from our new in-stock Ford selection or custom order just the way you want it. Buy pre-owned with peace of mind with
And back here at Mesquite High School, it is halftime. The Mingus Marauders, a defensive touchdown, brings it to 12-6 out here. And that's the only scoring for the Mingus Marauders here in this one. As we take a look at it, the first quarter, 5:20 left to go, a 20-yard catch. Cronwell from Jones, and he just outran his defensive man and found open space in the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point by Keel was no good, and it was 6-0. It stayed that way until we got to the second quarter, and then it was a four-yard run out there by Rodriguez with 8:09 left to go in the second quarter. The two-point conversion, a run attempt by number 22, was no good, and number 22 running the ball out there was Jaden Vigil, and did not make it into the end zone. Good push defensively for the Mingus Marauders. The only score came in the third quarter, or the second quarter for the Mingus Marauders, with 3:15 left to go. A 48-yard fumble strip, and that was by Brulin, and he returned it for the touchdown. Nobody even knew he had the ball.
No, and he shot out of a cannon with that, and I'll tell you what, Jackie, that turned the momentum of this game. After that strip for a touchdown, the Marauders started to play well, stopped the Wildcats. The Wildcats had a lot of success in their first couple drives moving the ball, albeit they did turn it over on their very first possession. They still moved the ball downfield well, and they did the second and third drive. The Marauders came up with some big stops at the end of that half there, so they should be pretty proud of themselves going into halftime.
Longfellow Excavating sponsors our halftime. No job too big or too small. Longfellow Excavating does it all. Septic installation, drainage, grading, and much, much more. You can call Josh Longfellow for a free quote at 928-300-3792. That's 928-300-3792. And Josh did all of the dirt work for a couple of properties that I put out into Camp Verde, and so he got them all set for brand new manufactured homes, and so he did all of that fun stuff, and so I certainly appreciate all his work and give him a thumbs up. You can call Josh Longfellow, former Mingus Marauder, and get your excavating work done as well. Proud sponsor for Mingus Marauder Sports. And as we take a look at the first half, there was a lot of mistakes by both teams. We had four different fumbles. I think 2 per team, 5 actually, because Wildcats got one of them back. And so, we were talking about that first game jitters, and both teams look like they just haven't wiped that ball off. It's still greasy from all of the summer stuff.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's the best way to put it, right? You just can't get a grip on it.
Right.
And that's exactly what's going on for both teams. Both teams have had false starts at the line of scrimmage or encroachments. Both teams, like you said, have been fumbling the ball. We've seen plays that are not developing yet. So definitely some confusion, but as you play more and more games, that cleans up significantly. And like we talked about pregame, before you get into your region play and then your, hopefully eventually playoff play, you're really a disciplined team.
Right. Well, we have a good one, though, 12-6. The kicking game has not been a factor as the Mesquite Wildcats missed an extra point attempt and then a 2-point conversion attempt. The Mingus Marauders go for a 2-point conversion attempt and aren't successful with Camacho running the ball here. And so neither team has gotten a conversion that they have attempted. But it is a one-score game, and obviously a turnover can make all the difference in the world. And we're going to go through some of the stats, the individual stats, when we come back. And when we do, we're going to show you that really there hasn't been a whole bunch of back and forth, not a lot of yards from the line of scrimmage for either one of these squads. Part of the reason is Mingus has got so many returning players on the defensive side and that are seniors for the Mingus Marauders, and I think it's making a major difference out here tonight. We're going to take a break here from Mesquite High School as the cheerleaders head out to the field here at Mesquite High School. When we return, it'll be individual stats during the Longfellow Excavating halftime report after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. Your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
I'm Chris.
Back here at Mesquite High School, home of the Wildcats. Jackie Bessler and Nick Yatsenko along with you out here today, and it's not been a lot of yardage from the line of scrimmage so far. The home team, the Wildcats, have 15 carries, only 39 yards. The longest run was 16, ended up being 16 yards from the line of scrimmage on a punt that went awry on a high snap, and he got the first down. So that has been the longest run from the line of scrimmage for either team out here, and so 39 yards on the ground, 48 yards in the air as Philip Jones, the second, is 4 for 10 with a touchdown and 48 yards. He has no interceptions in the game so far, so he's been efficient. On the ground, though, he's given up the ball 3 times in fumbles.
Yeah, obviously ball security, he's going to have to focus on that coming back into the second half. But big key stat here, too, Jackie, for a high school quarterback, 0 interceptions. So good job on Jones to keep it clean back there. And you're talking about kind of rushing, right? Not a lot of yards, both sides of the ball, but how ironic and funny is it that the longest plays have been special teams,
right,
like that punt snap over the punter's head and he ran it for the first down,
right,
or it's been called back. We've
right,
had a few big plays for the Wildcats and the Marauders get called back because of penalties.
That's true. The Mingus Marauders had like a 30-yard pass downfield that was a tipped catch by Camacho as he was laying on the ground, and that one came back on a penalty. So far, Rain Stokes has thrown the ball 3 times. He is 1 for 3 and 7 yards on the ground. Grijalva has got 8 carries and 19 yards so far, averaging just under 2.5 yards per carry. Bruland has a 12-yard carry to his agenda out here. He also has 8 carries, 26 yards, 3 1/4. However, the Mingus Marauders have also given the ball up on fumbles twice in this game, and both of them have been turnovers as well. So the Mingus Marauders, from the rushing perspective out here, have got 25 yards on the ground on 18 carries and 7 yards in the air, only 35 yards from the line of scrimmage when you take into consideration the yards that go backward. However, a defensive score with a 48-yard strip fumble, and they take it back for a touchdown by Bruland, and that just proves to me if that kid can get in the open field, man, he can fly.
Yeah, seriously, and no offense to these offenses, but it's been sloppy. Both teams have got to clean it up beginning of the season, right? So like we talked about, we'll expect to see that. But yeah, for being a one-score game and you only have 35 yards in the first half, you should be thanking your lucky stars. It's just a 6-point game, really.
Right, I know, absolutely. 12-6 here at halftime. As we're coming down to the end of the halftime report here from Longfellow Excavating. Licensed, bonded, and insured. If you need to clean up your game, you call Longfellow Excavating, and they can do that for you. Family owned and operated with decades of experience, and a former Marauder, and that's Josh Longfellow. You can call for a quote, 928-300-3792. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to look at adjustments here for the second half and see what both teams can maybe do a little bit better to get some offense going from the line of scrimmage when we return to Mesquite High School after this.
This has been the post-game report brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist. Online at GettlesHDM.com.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community, and with every customer that comes through the door, Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com. People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the
And back here at Mesquite High School, home of the Wildcats, the Mingus Marauders have come out to the field. The Wildcats are still in their locker room and are starting to come out. They're going to come back through their giant Wildcat head and make a entrance back to the field here. As we look at the second half here, Nick, what do you think Mesquite needs to do to be able to move the ball a little bit more efficiently here in the second half?
For Mesquite, just clean up the turnovers. I think they can afford some penalties. They've made some better plays than the Marauders. So if they can clean up the turnovers, they may see themselves victorious at the end of this night. And for the Marauders, you got to clean up your turnovers as well as penalties. So be a little bit more disciplined when you come out. And Jackie, I'd like to think if the Marauders can put up, let's say, 10 to 20 points in this half, right? That means their offense is on the field for quite a bit of time. Hopefully Mesquite can stay off of it. Marauders still have a great chance to take this game.
No, certainly so. It's anybody's game here at 12-6 here at halftime. There's no doubt about it. You were talking about the penalties. The Mingus Marauders have 4 penalties for 25 yards here in this game. However, the Wildcats have 9 penalties so far in the game, 53 yards. And there was a whole segment in that first half where they pick up 9 yards but have a hold 9 yards downfield, and so it ended up being a 1-yard effective penalty. And then back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And they just wore down a lot of clock that way.
Yeah, and it's tiring on the players as well. And for the Marauders, they have a lot more players going both sides of the ball. So it's just tiring, Jackie, rep after rep. And your big guys are on that defensive line, and you do a great play and stop them, and then it's a penalty, right? So you're redoing it. It's just a lot of work, and hope the Marauders are staying hydrated down there.
Certainly so. And both of these squads, what they cannot afford is going to be injuries. So, you got to make sure that everybody is in tip-top shape as best as possible coming into tonight, and make sure that nothing cramps up on you and you don't have any problems. You're right. The Mingus Marauders, with so many players going both ways, we're going to see how they do here with conditioning during the course of the summer here as we get into the second half.
Yeah, and the Marauders are going to get the ball back on offense to start the second half. So I'm excited to see Marauders. Hopefully they come out with a pep in their step, Jackie. It's time they can tie this thing up in the very first possession. That'd be a huge way to come out of the gate at halftime. This was their very first halftime, so very first chance to make those on-the-fly adjustments. So curious to see what the coaching staff and the Marauders came up with.
Certainly so. I think defensively they've played a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
I know that one of the things the Mingus Marauders wanted to do was take advantage and go ball hawking, and they've done it. They've knocked the ball out of Wildcats' hands 3 different times, and you see them ball hawking out there. Got to make sure you get the tackle first, but definitely ball hawking, and it has paid off. I got to imagine that's what Mesquite has talked about here at halftime is maintaining possession of the ball, because they actually had the ball deep in Mingus Marauder territory a couple of times and turned it over twice.
Most of that first half.
Yeah.
Most of that first half was played in the Marauders territory. So, yeah, that's a great point, Jackie. If you're the Wildcats, it's like, hey, why couldn't we execute on this? We were on their side of the field. So, if you're the Marauders, that's a good positive takeaway. Like, hey, listen, we had our backs up against our touchdown, and we were able to keep them to only 12 points.
Right.
So, this is a big half for them.
So now we're going to see the special teams. So far, neither team has been willing to kick the ball deep to the other team. It's kind of like everybody's afraid of everybody else's special teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can't be shy, right? If you're the coaching staffs for both these teams, I don't want you to be shy. This is a game where you're going to dust off penalties, you're going to dust off those technicalities, you're going to get some holdings, and you're going to get some squibby kicks and some bad kicks. But you got to get those out of the way now, right? So you're right. It's almost like both teams are gun shy. They're like, no, we don't want to do it. We don't want to kick it. We don't want to kick it. But it's like, let's see it.
Well, that makes you wonder whether or not you want to put Brulin up at about the 35-yard line.
It's a great point.
I mean, if everybody's going to be kicking the ball short, Mingus is going to go 2 deep, 2 middle, 5 up front. They're expecting the ball to get kicked deep. But we shall see. Nor have we seen an onside kick. And that's certainly possible to start a second half as well. Now, one thing you can certainly say is Mesquite has played defensively well as too, and there is a long onside kick that bounces off of Mingus Marauders, and they dive on it at about the 25-yard line. So that was more of a goalie stop. And Mingus will get the ball at the 26, 25-and-a-half-yard line.
First and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was a fast kick, and it went end over end really fast, and thankfully didn't hit any Marauders on that front line. Otherwise, that would have went Mesquite's way. But nice job by the Marauders, just playing it safe and jumping on the ball.
Well, you have to when you can't pick it up clean, when you don't get the candy hop. And then you definitely have to go for protection.
A candy hop. I like that. I'll take a candy hop.
Yes. Yeah, there's a whole song about it. Candy hop. No, I'm kidding. Strong formation wing, and there's the quick hitter, the handoff, just off tackle. Mingus gets a push, and now the referees, who probably talked, blow that whistle a lot quicker, and there is a high throw of a flag out there.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, it quite literally, Jackie, looks like Brulin just got suplexed.
Serious.
I don't know if that was on purpose. It looked like there were a couple Wildcats in there, but the refs are discussing that one now.
Well, you wonder whether or not, if that is the case, whether that will be an ejection.
Yeah, I mean, Brulin did end up going end over end there. And maybe Candy Hop. Maybe we can get behind that if there's not a song already.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against Mesquite. And they do list that as his first. Telling the coach he wrestling moved to the ground there. So another 15-yard penalty against the Mesquite squad goes to Mingus's advantage. They picked up 1 yard on the run.
43-yard line.
And they will now have 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. There's the snap. Stokes takes it, looks to get rid of it, has to run, and gets swallowed up by Mesquite.
The big guys from Mesquite.
Nice stop by number 88, Jaya McClure.
Boy, and that's a tough stop there. And the Wildcats do a good job just getting right into the backfield.
Lots of
Stokes had
on
nowhere
the play.
to go.
Brings up second down
we
and
got
16.
some whistles being blown here. It looks like maybe Camacho's down there just stretching out, looks like. Yeah, he's up. And jogging back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, another sack against the Mingus Marauders. And that is going to be they say a loss of 6. It looks like more than 6 out there. I'm going to say a loss of about 8.
Yeah, that's a great defensive play for the Wildcats.
Well, the pocket just collapsed. And Stokes looked to try to get out of it and had nowhere to go. 2nd and 16, they will hand it to the sweep. Near side, gets a good block, cuts it up underneath, and then gets knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Gains everything back from the penalty and gets back across the original line of scrimmage, but a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be holding again.
Yep.
Holding on Mingus.
Most certainly is, so that's going to back the Marauders up again. So, well, you're right, Jack. Yeah, they're making something out of nothing. It's going to come back to negative now.
Well, the hold was downfield. And I was wondering whether they were going to call that. And they do. Wow. It's going to go for about another 6, so it's, 2nd and about 24.
Looks like forever.
Brings up 2nd down and 25.
Well, it was darn close, according to the announcer. Ball sits at the 29-yard line. Clock is stopped at 10:40. Starts get going now. And third quarter action, the Mingus Marauders' first drive of the second half, trailing 12-6 to the Mesquite Wildcats. Stokes is under center. 2nd and 25, drops the ball, picks it up, and tries to make something out of nothing, and will get back toward the line of scrimmage and across the line of scrimmage, and makes about 2 or 3 yards out of it. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and highly unmanageable.
On the tackle for
really
Mesquite, number 88, Jaya McClure.
Just another 3rd and 23 here they have on the board, and there's really nothing in the playbook for this. Maybe a screen, some sort of screen out to the flat there. Possibly a counter if you're just trying to punt it. If you're trying to win the field position battle, maybe just a counter to the inside and get a good punt off. But yeah, Marauders have 3rd and forever here.
They're going to go to a sprint formation out of the shotgun. Bruland up to the top. Looks like Camacho's up there as well. Stokes takes the snap, looks to his right, looks to throw, puts the ball up, throws it downfield, and his receiver falls down and is intercepted, and coming the other way by Cronwell. Cronwell near the sideline, cuts it back, and is finally taken down at about the 23-yard line. Interception at the 40-yard line, so a fantastic return, but the receiver fell down.
Intercepted by number 21, Jonathan Kowalski.
Camacho definitely wanted a penalty on that, and He's not going to get it. And from up top, it looked like he fell. Maybe him and the defensive back's feet kind of got tied up together.
Cats will have first down
Camacho falls down.
And 17-yard line.
Very easy interception for the Wildcats, and it's going to set them up with great field position.
Inside the red zone to start at the 17-yard line, a 42-yard return.
Another Wildcat getting stretched out down there. There are two of them on that play getting stretched out on the field.
Got to go get the salt packets.
Yep, you got to drink your Gatorades and be wary of those cramps.
So let's see if Mingus can put something together here. Defensively, they need to stand, and they put themselves in a bad spot here. First and 10 from their own 17-yard line. 9:18 left to go in quarter number 3. Spread formation, and we still don't have a set ready to go here.
Yeah, defensively, both teams defensively are carrying the other side. You know what I mean? Offense is not doing much. Mesquite's offense did not do much just now, and now they have great field position because of the Mingus offense.
Right.
So the defenses right now are turned up and playing well. Both teams need to clean up their offense a bit, but right now, the Marauders come up with a huge stop. That'd be awesome.
Tight formation out here, and they will hand it off and they will run, trying to follow his blocks, getting around the corners. Rodriguez is taken down from behind at about the 10-yard line. A good gain of about 7 on first down.
Eric Rodriguez, the ball carrier.
Yeah, and that's just kind of a bread and butter play
7
right
on
there
the play.
for Mesquite. That's
brings up second down and 3 for the Cats.
A sweep to the left side there, a sweep to the far side, and that worked great for the Wildcats there.
They outnumbered the Mingus Marauders on the near side. Now they spread it out once again. One back in the backfield. Jones and Rodriguez there, and they're going to hand it off. Rodriguez is going to go up the middle. He'll get the first down to about the 5-yard line. Puts his head down, runs hard, gets 5, and it'll be first and goal from the 5.
Eric Rodriguez
putting together
the
an
ball for
offensive
4 yards and another Wildcat.
So right now for the Wildcats.
First down.
Right now they're getting all their confidence back in their offense. They're taking time off the clock and keeping the Mingus offense off the field. Which we've talked about a couple times is also some of the defensive players too. So
spread once again, 2 receivers to the top, a tight end and a receiver down at the bottom. Mingus playing close, and the snap goes high and into the backfield. Jones somehow comes down with it and tries to make something out of nothing and gets nowhere. And a good coverage out there for the Mingus Marauders. And the ball is all the way back to the 13-yard line, so an 8-yard loss.
Yeah, nice job. I see Jahir was in there on that, just causing a mess. So was Nick Choate. The big guys lining up on the defensive side of the ball, so they're doing it on offense and then turning around and doing it on defense.
Second and goal from the 13 now, so the Mingus Marauders got themselves a little bit of breathing room, and we'll see what they can do with that. Spread formation, no different formation. 2 receivers to the top of the high side, 1 receiver to the bottom, and the quarterback looks to run, throws, has a man, throws it into the end zone, touchdown.
Jones pass.
And that's going to be Sia with the touchdown, 13-yard touchdown pass.
Sia, touchdown.
And that'll make it 18-6.
Oh, and a great throw by Jones, and an even better catch by Sia right at the side of the end zone there. Nice job by Sia to pull that one in, and what a huge passing play for the Wildcats, and that's going to extend the lead for them right now, 18-6.
7:18 left to go in third quarter action. The 13-yard pass. Jones to Sia. And we're going to see if they're going to go for 2 or if they're going to try to just be okay with going for 1.
It looks like they're going for 2 here.
They are going for 2, and they do hand it off. Coming to the near side and diving into the end zone with the 2-point conversion, making it an 8-point play.
Hand off to number 80, Dante Henderson.
Dante Henderson gets the 2-point conversion.
That was 7:18.
And that's going to make it 20-6. So Mingus is down by 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points now. We'll return to Mesquite High School for kickoff coming up after this.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services throughout Yavapai County and Flagstaff. Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at goettlshdm.com. Providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettle's and go Marauders.
Yes, they're back. EMG
ready for the kickoff here, and the Mingus Marauders will see if they actually get a kickoff, something to return. Got to see if we can get the special teams going here. Mingus needs a score here to get back within one score here for this game. 7:18 left to go. Mingus trailing 20-6 now. Crowell will kick it off to the Mingus Marauders. Mingus is creeping up.
Yeah, and that's no surprise. I'd creep up too if I was back there. They've been some really short kicks.
So Mingus has crept up. Machado's back there, and he is at the 15, and they're going to pooch kick it up the middle. It's going to be picked up by the Mingus Marauders. Number 5 picks it up for Mingus, but he goes down to a knee to get it, and that's going to put the ball down right there.
De La Haye brings the kick up back
De La
to
Haye
the
out there for the Marauders.
29-yard line.
And he just downs it, Jackie, like you said. That's a smart play to do there.
Where Mingus
a lot
will
of
start
squib
first down
slash
and 10.
onside kicks. I'm not quite sure how to even define those kicks.
That is we're going to make sure that you don't have a return kick. That's my guess.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Originally, the Marauders returners moved up, like you called it, and then they went right back.
So Mingus with the ball at the 29-yard line, so decent field position here. Camacho up to the top, the lone receiver. 2 wings, double wing formation here, one back in the backfield for Stokes. Stokes calls it out, takes the snap, and looks to throw, throws the ball, and overthrows the screen pass. Didn't quite have the right time to develop out there. And it was intended for Wallowitz, the tight end. Wallowitz trying to work through an ankle injury that he had in the offseason. So he's trying to, he's working through it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he looks like he's favoring it a little bit out there, so he needs to be careful. But nonetheless, I mean, he did just jump up very, very high to try to catch that thing.
2 receivers now spread. 2 backs in the backfield, and there's the snap. The ball is on the turf, and there is going to be a flag as Raines gets tackled by the head. And driven down into the natural grass out here, so one of the last natural grass fields. We're going to see if there's a false start against the Mingus Marauders.
Backs him up 5 yards.
Boy, and the undisciplined plays, Jackie, just continue to haunt the Marauders. I mean, it seems like we are moving backwards on offense.
15 for the
Marauders. I know that'll
Marauders.
clean up there, but that offensive line has got to, a lot of seniors out there, they need to start putting their foot down and saying, hey, guys, we need to be way more disciplined here and stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
Double wing formation, 1 receiver here for the Mingus Marauders. Stokes puts a man in motion. They hand it off. First back through, and it's going to be Grijalva, and he gets tackled pretty much by his own guy.
Yeah, that's Jordan Watson.
Mikey Grijalva, the ball
looks
carrier.
like he didn't have anyone to block, turned around, and he was met there by Mikey.
I'm supposed to run off your butt, and your butt turned.
And, Jackie, that's the difference. He's first game of the season. You have not been up against an opponent yet. You've only had your red and gray scrimmage, which you and I got to be at, and the Marauders didn't get many plays. There's a lightning storm coming through. So
I know.
You didn't get many reps at that, and so that's the undisciplined plays that you see. You see the running backs run into people, some holding calls and stuff.
Let's get loud,
Big third down here for the Marauders.
Ball sits on the 27-yard line, 3rd and 11 for the Mingus Marauders. 6:20 left to go in the third quarter. Mingus trailing 20-6. Stokes takes the handoff, looks to throw the ball, has some room, runs to the outside, and will get tackled right at about the 30-yard line. He'll gain 2, but it's going to bring up 4th down for the Mingus Marauders.
Nice tackle by number 24, Ethan
Stokes
Brown.
taking another big hit out there. I like to see your players lower the shoulder pad and try to, hit somebody, but Stokes has got to be careful playing that quarterback position. I like the tenacity, though.
Well, he had one of those gigantic defensive ends coming from behind, so I'd rather hit the guy in front of me than get walloped from behind. You know what I mean?
Good point. Really good point.
So 4th and 9, and Mingus is set up to potentially punt out here.
Looks like maybe Camacho out there with a cramp.
Back deep for Mesquite. Number 22, Jaden Veal.
So kicking, doing the punting out here is going to be Stokes. Stokes picks it up and kicks it. It's going to be high, it's going to be short, and it's going to be out of bounds somewhere around the 45-yard line. The coach tries to return it.
The Cats will start.
He had a nice juke move, too.
He did.
It's a nice juke move. Maybe he's returned kicks before.
Right around
that was destiny.
Well, everybody's got a first, the first 3 steps are good.
If it would have came up here, I might have juked the same way.
Right, exactly. Somewhere around step 7th, though, I'm panting and I can't go any further.
Oh, yeah. At least you get to 7. I'm at 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I'm a lineman, so that's...
Well, that's true.
I can justify it like that.
Right, and I'm just old. So, 1st and 10. Mesquite with the ball at the Mingus Marauder 46-yard line, or the 54, depending on how you look at it, and they will hand the ball off, and bouncing it to the outside is Rodriguez, and the legs come out as he is taken down hard out there.
Rodriguez, the ball
as number 4 makes the tackle. That's going to be Grijalva.
Mikey Gravala.
Let's see a Wildcat down here. Let's see, he pops back up, so maybe just some cramping going on here from both sides.
So Rodriguez with the carry, and he was the workhorse the last set of downs when they had a short field.
And that was Isaac Crowell getting up a little bit slow for the Wildcats. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's on the sideline shaking it off.
2nd and 10, and they do come with the jet sweep and around the corner and taken down. An excellent tackle out there for the Mingus Marauders, and he looks like he needs to be stretched.
Hand off to number 22, Jaden Veal.
Every other play, it's the other team that needs a stretching out there, and Camacho's getting
pick up a 5 on the play.
Defensive lineman giving him a good stretch and help up.
Veal with the...
And he's going to go back down. I think he needs maybe some salt.
Yeah, probably so. 5 yards on the carry makes it a 3rd and 5, a long 5. And I hope that's a cramp, not a pull.
And the Mesquite training staff is out there for Camacho.
And here comes the Marauder training staff. You know what? We're going to take a quick little break and give him a little bit of privacy. 20-6. Mesquite with the ball, 3rd and 5 when we return to Mesquite High School. Coming up after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
All right, folks.
Now the Mingus Marauder getting stretched out there is going to be Seth Brulin, and he will get up, and he's being tender with those hamstrings out there. He'll have to be replaced out on the field. 3rd and 5 now for Mesquite. Brulin taking his time getting off the field. 4:33 left to go in quarter number 3. Mingus needs a stop and a score to get back within 1 score on this game. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback steps back, looks to throw, has some time, throws, has a man wide open on the near side of the field, and stepping out of bounds is number 2. Good reception out there, wide open was Jay Williams.
Pass complete to number 2, Jay Williams.
Nobody saw Jay
And
Williams
that
on the
completion's
side
good
over
enough
here,
for
Jackie.
another Wildcat.
For sure, he lined up on the short side, kind of right in front of you and me, and nobody saw him from the Marauders. He was wide open, so Jones just gets him the ball, and that's an easy first down for the Wildcats.
21 yards on the reception, and he just got lost in the traffic out there. So just outside of the red zone are the Mesquite Wildcats. And quarterback will hand it off. Rodriguez cuts it up under a block, jukes out one man, and then finally is still bumbling and stumbling his way for a first down and so much more, as he will get 16 on the carry, get down to the 7-yard line, and inside the 10 go the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that's the big senior for the
He
Wildcats,
picks up
Eric
13
Rodriguez.
yards and another Wildcat.
I'll tell you what, Jackie, that's really tenacious running right there by Eric.
Cats will have first
a really
and goal
nice job
from the
to just
Mingus
carry the pile
7-yard
for an
line.
extra 5, 6, 7 yards at the end of that play. Rodriguez just keeps his feet going.
He's got 58 yards in the game, 28 of them here in the second half on 4 carries. Spread formation now, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback takes the snap and will hand it off. Rodriguez looking for somewhere to go. Dives through the line to pick up some. And he'll get a little bit, maybe 2, down to the 5.
Yeah, and that's it's gut check time for the Marauders right here. You cannot let the Wildcats get on the board anymore. It's 20-6 right now.
Second and goal.
3 minutes,
from
30
the
seconds
Marauders,
left in the third quarter.
line.
And Marauders, it's like I said, gut check time, man. You can't let these guys get in. You got to get in that backfield, try to strip that ball like we saw earlier in the game, come up with a forced turnover.
And that's something we haven't seen here in the second half. Jones has not been running the ball here in the second half. He's out of shotgun. They set it up, and they go the jet sweep, and around the corner they go, and dropping the ball, the Mingus Marauders come up with a turnover, and rumbling and stumbling going the opposite direction is the big man, number 72, that's Latham, and the middle linebacker comes up with the fumble recovery, and I believe it's going to be Mingus ball.
Man, do I get fired up when the big guys get a chance to run the football. Isaiah Latham, way to make me hype up here in the box. I love it. It's a great play, big guy.
16 yards on the fumble return as the ball is stripped from the jet sweeper, who got down to about the 3 and then got a helicopter tackle, lost the ball. Latham picked it up and rumbled and stumbled and never went down, but did get the ball back up to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, he never did go down. I don't think he was going to go down, Jackie. He was going to take a couple Wildcats and ride them right out of bounds.
No doubt, Tom. So the 4th fumble in the game for the Wildcats. The Mingus Marauders get the ball back, and they will hand the ball off, and trying to get around the corner and unable to is Grijalva, and he will lose a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, and that's just a good job by the Wildcats. I mean, there's really nothing developing there, and you got one of the big guys down on the Marauders offensive line. Hopefully he's okay, just experiencing some cramps like the rest of everybody.
And I certainly hope so. They are going to do a timeout with it. As they look at him, we're going to take a timeout with the crew out here. So we're going to return and see how our Mingus Marauder offensive lineman is doing when we get him back to Mesquite High School. 2nd and 11, the Mingus Marauders with the ball at the 18-yard line when we return after this.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Jordan Watson will be escorted off the field, but he is walking off on his own accord, and that is absolutely fantastic news. But he will be replaced, and he'll get some water and maybe some attention out there. Double wing formation for the Mingus Marauders. Mesquite loading the box. Mingus turns around and Stokes will get sacked immediately, coming off the edge, not even covering the receiver out there as the cornerback, and they blitz and they tackle Stokes down at the 10-yard line. So a loss of 8 on the sack.
You know, that's where football's like a game of chess or even poker, Jackie. That's a gamble right there on the defensive side where you have a cornerback blitz, and it just happens to be where your quarterback is spinning out for a bootleg. So very, very good gamble by the Wildcats there. They have a blitz right at the quarterback. Nothing Rain can do out there except hit the ground and not let go of that football.
So it is 3rd and 20 officially by the scoreboard. I think it's 3rd and 19, but nonetheless, shotgun for Stokes in the backfield. He's got a spread formation. Takes the snap, goes to his left, looks to run, cuts it back up the middle, has some running room, and then runs into one of his blockers. He gets past the original line of scrimmage, which is going to be better for a punt situation if you're going to play the field position. But he'll get up to about the 23-yard line. So Stokes picks up 14, but it brings up a 4th down for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and like you said, just gives the Marauders a little bit more breathing room on the punt here. I mean, you got to try to start to shift the field position battle to where you're winning. Right now, Marauders have been in their territory for the majority of this game.
Stokes is back to punt. Return man sits at his own 45. Lots of movement. High snap once again. And we're going to see if that is going to go Mingus's way. Unfortunately, it is 4th and 6. So even if that goes against the Mesquite Wildcats, it will not be a first down. Now we have the conference by the referees.
But do you go for it? If you get it to 4th and 1, do you go for it in a game where you under a minute in the 3rd and you're down by at least 2 scores? Do you go for it? You're in your own territory.
It is going to go against the Mesquite Wildcats, or at least that's the direction it's going.
4th quarter, you better start stretching.
And let's see what the Marauders opt to do here. Do you go for it and try to keep this drive alive? Looks like it's, it's just going to be 4th and 1. Or
4th and a full one.
You play it safe.
4th and a full one, but there is some wholesale changes out there.
You have a 3rd quarter raffle winner.
And it looks like the offensive line is coming back out.
If you're still here, you're a winner, Mark.
So it looks like Coach Monsibias might be going for it. 30 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. Now make sure you don't get a delay of game off of this. Stokes is right over center. Mesquite pounds the line, a good push, but Mingus goes backward, and we're going to see if it doesn't look like they're going to give him a good spot. They're going to give him a loss on the play, and that should be a turnover if they mark it right there.
Jalen Coleman and Eli Condi.
I like the gamble. I really did like it. You got the defensive jump to get it to 4th and 1
down
in a 2-possession game, and unfortunately, like you said, I mean, it looked like he got a little bit of forward momentum, but they definitely did not give him any, and it's Wildcat ball.
So now the defense has to stiffen up again with the ball at the 28-yard line. 12.8 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. The 4:48 right around the corner here. Perhaps after this play, Jones puts Rodriguez on the other side of him and then pushes him back and says, oh, that's right, we're running that way. Here's the jet sweep, and they fake it, and here comes the flag just to make sure it's not the last play.
Flag on the play.
And we're going to get an encroachment against Mingus. How about that?
Encroachment on Mingus.
Interesting. I didn't see anybody jump, so obviously one of the defensive linemen must have lined up in the neutral zone. You can't line up over the ball if you're on defense.
1st and 5 now for the Mesquite Wildcats. Jones pushes his receiver out to the outside, looks to throw, puts the ball up, has a man wide open in the end zone, and he drops it. A well-thrown ball, and it looks like Jalen, I think is it Williams out there with the intended reception in the corner. It would have been an awesome moment and a great catch. Put just where his receiver could get it, but just past the outstretched arms.
Yeah, and what a nice job by Clay Bowers, laying a big hit on the quarterback.
Brings up second down and 5.
2nd and 5, 7.2 seconds left. We're going to get 3 plays out of this. Maybe 4, I don't know, maybe 6. Let's go for 6 plays. Jones puts a man in motion, and they fake the jet sweep. Quarterback keeps it and will get downed quickly. Latham is in there. Looks like Chode is in there, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. No gain on the play. 3rd and 5 when we return for the fourth quarter. The ball sits at the 24-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. The Mingus trailing the Mesquite Wildcats 20-6 for the 4:48 fourth quarter when we come back after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
Back here at Mesquite High School, 20-6 our score as the fourth quarter begins. A 3rd and 5. The ball sits at the 24-yard line, not far inside the 25-yard line. Line of scrimmage. Spread formation out here. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers back, or to the left rather. Rodriguez in the backfield with Jones. Mingus is going man with 1 safety. 2 linebackers, 4 down linemen for the Mingus Marauders. They show blitz. They back out of it. Quarterback looks to throw, and he will step up to run. He will get the first down and more around the corner inside of the 10 and down inside the 5 for a first down. So 24, let's see. How about that? 19 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Jones just reading the blitz. So the Marauders showed blitz at the line of scrimmage, backed off of it for a second, and it's kind of like a fake back off because then they blitz. So then the Marauders rush in, and Jones just does a really good job of recognizing that and then just stepping right up into an open hole and easy first down.
Good scamper out there by the quarterback. Jones puts his squad first and goal from the 5. They hand it off. Rodriguez tries the left, jump cuts, and gets right back to the line to scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1, maybe not.
Rodriguez, the ball carrier.
Yeah, and Mesquite's definitely not looking for a kill shot right here. They're happy to just take this slow right now.
Cancel on 2nd and goal.
The clock's ticking, so they're taking time off the clock. They got a 2-possession game, trying to make it 3, and they don't have far to go to get there.
Last time they were down here, Mingus got them to cough the ball up again. Mingus has done great on takeaways. They just haven't been able to control the ball offensively out here tonight. Yeah, here come the Wildcats, spread formation.
Takeaway be huge here.
Can't rely on the takeaways though, Nick. And there is the snap. And it's going to come to the near side. Good defense for the Mingus Marauders. a host of Marauders in on the tackle, and the ball goes down to the 3-yard line. So now 3rd and goal from the 3.
Once again with the carry. Tackle by Clay
Good job by the
Bauer.
Marauders holding them to 3rd here and not letting them.
3rd and goal from the 4.
Letting them get a yard each last couple plays. That's some tough yardage to come by.
Well, they say the 4-yard line, which means that he got 0. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the big dogs on that defensive line for the Marauders.
Mesquite, although they say the 4-yard line, but the ball's right at the hash mark that you use for the extra point, which would be the 3. Quarterback's in the backfield, looks to throw, throws the ball to the near side, and it is broken up. Good defensive play out there by Leckington, and it went off the fingertips and incomplete. But even if it was caught, Leckington was on it.
Yeah, that's a good call. Leckington did a great job there, recognizing that the running back was going to turn into a wide receiver really quick. And like you said, even if he catches that, Leckington was there, it would have been no gain.
4th and goal now, so Mingus trying to make yet another defensive stand here against the Wildcats. Clock stops rather at 9:50 left to go in quarter number 4. They're going to place the ball right at that 3-yard line. Come out with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Man on man with Leckington to the top of the screen. Quarterback comes to the near side, looks to throw, now looks to run, and will get hit and pounded. Loses his helmet again down at the 2-yard line, and it's another defensive stand for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, how huge is that?
Turn it over
that
and
is
down.
Awesome. Nice job by the Marauders defense to just stay strong. All 4 plays, they didn't let Mesquite really go anywhere essentially, and really laying a lick on Jones at the end of that play, knocking his helmet off like you said. Hopefully he's okay. He looks to be.
That is the 3rd helmet that I have seen come off, so there might be some equipment adjustments that need to take place this week as well.
You know what I mean? Straps. You got to tighten the straps up.
Yeah, absolutely. We can't have that. Noggins are precious, you know what I mean? Okay, so the Mingus Marauders deep in their own territory. You know Mesquite has got to be thinking about the 2 points, and Mingus will run the ball straight up. Grijalva will get up to about the 5-yard line, give him 2 on the carry, and give the Mingus Marauders some breathing room.
Yeah, and that's an okay play right there, too. It's actually, they're going to give him a couple yards on that, 3 yards to be exact. So it's actually a great play. You just want to give yourself some breathing room.
Well, that's right. That is 3. So 3 yards on that is perfect. No problems. Now the Mingus Marauders need to get a drive here. Somehow they are still within 2 scores because they have withstood 2 major drives by the Mesquite Wildcats deep in their own territory without giving up points. The handoff is a quick hitter going to the opposite side, and Grijalva will pick up the 1st down and give the Mingus Marauders some momentum.
The ball carrier.
And how about this, Jackie? 1st down off the bat. You're backed up at your own end zone after a huge 4th down stop. This, Jackie, could be a great opportunity for the Marauders to have a game-defining drive, if you will. If they can take this ball down, that would completely flip the script here at Mesquite.
Certainly so, especially since you see a lot of players out here. With this being the first game, got a lot of players out there limping around a little bit. They're not stretched out entirely, so the Mingus Marauders trying to get some work done here, and they're going to hand it off straight up the middle and spinning forward for another couple yards, and that is going to be Senna on the carry for the Mingus Marauders. I think that was number 6 getting off the bottom of the pile out there.
On the stop for Mesquite, number 11, J.D. Sia.
And if you're the Marauders, these
pickup of 4 on the play.
Rushing
2nd
plays
down and 6.
obviously help build a great drive, but you got to be weary of the clock too if you're just going to run the ball, because you do need 2 scores. So even if you put together that game-defining drive, you need to leave yourself some time to A, stop the Mesquite Wildcats, or B, stop them just enough to get a turnover or something.
Camacho comes back in the game for the Mingus Marauders. I'm trying to see if Brulin is back in the game for Mingus, because Brulin was having trouble, and there's a flag, and I think we might have a delay of game on this. And it is going to be a delay of game against the Mingus Marauders. So clock is a factor, and Mingus will back up 5.
Too much time.
Ouch, that's a tough
Penalties
one.
on Mingus.
Eighth penalty of the game for the Mingus Marauders, 46 yards in penalties.
Second down and 11.
I thought we were going to see a delay of game a little bit earlier in this one, but Marauders pull it out while they were building a good drive so far.
Second and 11 now. See if a Mingus Marauders change the play then. Mesquite loads the box. Stokes steps back, looks to throw, throws the ball. It is up for Camacho. Camacho comes down with it and gets the catch. Out to the 33-yard line, just went up and out-jumped his opponent.
Yeah, great ball, and that goes to show the 7-on-7s and the routes that you practice. I mean, that's a nice job. Camacho knew that was coming to him. I mean, he ran his route straight upfield and then turn around. Good jump ball. Nice job by Stokes to get it to only Camacho is going to catch that one.
Underthrew it, and that's exactly where Camacho was going. Second reception out there for Camacho in the game.
I think we're going to get an encroachment here, which would benefit the Marauders.
And it stops the clock. There's the encroachment, so it's 5 free yards and no time off the clock as we're under 7 minutes left to go in this one. Mingus trailing 20-6.
Yeah, and how about this for some gut check time? It's time to really dive deep. I mean, you know you're only going to have the ball another 1 or 2 possessions at best, so you have to make the most of it here.
For the Marauders.
Marauders in their huddle right now, talking it over, making sure everybody knows what they're doing.
Double wing formation, 2 backs now in the backfield. Stokes steps back to throw, throws, has Camacho open, and Camacho gets pushed out of bounds at about the 50-yard line.
Yeah, what a nice job of the Marauders,
So
just marching
pass
downfield at
complete to
this point. This by far has been the best drive we've seen from the Marauders, and it's coming at the most clutch time in the game too.
11 yards on the reception, another Mingus Marauder first down. The ball sits at the 48-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. 6:19 left to go with the clock stopped. 37 yards receiving for Camacho in this one. And we get a timeout called from Mingus. All right, interesting. With the clock not rolling, they call timeout. 6:19 left to go in the game. We'll take a quick break with them. We're back to Mesquite High School right after this.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose the region's...
Back here at Mesquite High School, the Mingus Marauders coming out of their timeout. 6:19 left to go in the game. Mingus down by 14, 20-6, trying to make a drive. Their best drive so far in the game. It is 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Spread formation for the Mingus Marauders, so Mingus showing pass. One back in the backfield. Stokes will take the snap, look to throw, and he will throw it, but he throws it to an offensive lineman, and that should be incomplete. And there could be a different penalty for that one, as he just flips the ball.
That was one of the offensive linemen there.
Yeah,
I
that was
didn't quite catch that number.
That was Lehman.
But we must overfilm. That's great.
That was Latham.
So Latham gets a little bit of a pitch and says, "I don't want this thing.
Right, I can't have this thing.
You take this."
Right. Bat it down.
Incomplete
Latham
pass.
says, "I already got 16 yards on a return in this game. I'm all set."
Right. Yeah. No doubt. Spread formation again. 2nd and 10 for the Mingus Marauders. See if they can get Stokes some time to throw the ball. He's over center. takes the snap and hands it off. Gravala almost ran by the ball, and he gets manhandled and no call. They do not even bother. They still haven't done the whistle. And there's a flag.
You wonder why the play gets to this point right here.
Right.
And if you're watching on Verde Valley
another
TV,
flag on the play.
I mean, you're just watching the play continue to the ground. And for another 3 or 4 Mississippi, they're not blowing the whistle.
Right.
So you got kids wrestling for the football down there. And then, of course, you have a flag come in.
Right.
So that all made sense right there. Everything that just happened makes sense when you don't have a whistle being blown.
It should have been blown when the running back is going backward by 2 yards.
Momentum, right?
Yeah.
So it should have been blown after the 1 yard gain, maybe 0 yard gain, but instead, that just got ugly.
Right. And that's where you end up with personal fouls that aren't necessarily the fault of the player.
Right, either side.
No. So, and I'm going to throw this out there. This is this crew's first game this season too. Okay? So they may have a chance to go back and look at this game and go, you know what, we do need to blow that whistle a little faster because we caused this and this and this. And I believe that they will. And I believe that when you watch crews during the course of the season, you know what, they get better too. And they really do as they get more practice and they see more teams and they're like, okay, that's right. That's how this goes.
I totally agree, and that's, Jackie, that's a great perspective. That's how you settle the crowd down, right? I mean, both sides right there, both sidelines were just a little bit animated, and that's, the refs are still having a discussion now, so I think they're having a tough time deciphering who they're going to call this on.
Very possibly, and we're going to get a decision here, it looks like. Unsportsmanlike, and it's going to go against Mesquite. Unsportsmanlike going against Mingus. Penalties will offset.
Offsetting penalty.
And it is going to be 3rd down.
So I believe that one's just on the stripes. It's a wash.
Yeah.
It's a total wash.
But they haven't set the ball. Now that's where he landed. That is not where the forward progress was. And it looks like Coach Monsibias wants an explanation about that. Because that is most assuredly not where
down and 8.
Unless they come to the conclusion that there was a fumble on the play and that's where it was covered. And the Mingus Marauders do hand off. Gravala gets through the line, but only for a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So 4th and 12 now.
Stop by number 5, Jamar Trotter.
And just a kind of unfortunate series of plays there and spots, if you will, for the Marauders. I mean, like you just said, Jackie, Coach Montebaez wanted an explanation. I don't think he got it out there.
I'm pretty sure he didn't get it.
Back deep to receive the punt, number 22.
Well, Mingus is going to have to punt with 5:20 left to go, and so Mesquite with a 2-score lead will just have to try to possess the ball here. Mingus has 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. And we'll see if Mingus has something up their sleeve here.
We're showing punt, but
Camacho's back to punt. And we get a penalty against the Mingus Marauders. And that is going to be a 5-yard penalty. And they're going to get the clock rolling. A delay of game against the Mingus Marauders. With the clock not rolling. Okay.
Yeah, the dominoes are starting to fall against the Marauders for sure here.
Okay, Camacho gets the snap, good snap, gets the punt off, a decent punt, goes to the far sideline, it bounces, and it will run out of bounds. A very good punt, down to about the 23-yard line.
Out of bounds at the Mesquite 23-yard line.
Yeah, that's a bright spot for the special teams right there. It's about time we saw a nice punt from either side.
Right.
Mesquite has not had a good punt either, so good job by Camacho there to get that off, although if you give him that 5 yards back, that's an even nicer punt.
Certainly so. Then it goes in the stat books as inside the 20 too.
Yep.
Man, I just needed that to roll 3 more yards. Actually, 2 more yards. They set it at the 22.
That's right. A couple more games. The discipline will be there, and we won't see those flags.
So you have to imagine that Mesquite is going to plan on running the ball here. It might be the Rodriguez show at this point. There's the snap. There's Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes to the near side. The hold was not called, but nonetheless, Rodriguez goes down with a short gain of maybe
the winner
one.
of our final staff raffle tonight is none other than
that's exactly
Chris
what Mesquite
Peterson.
wants to do, is just run the ball and run the clock out.
12 points in the first half, 8 points in the second half. Mingus' only points here in this game, a defensive strip by Bruland and a 48-yard touchdown return.
Second down
on the
and
strip
9.
fumble. 2nd and 9, spread formation. I got to imagine that they're still going to run the ball. There's the snap. They do hand it off as it goes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is tripped up and rumbles and stumbles and gets out there for a few more yards. It's going to be Grijalva with the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Mikey to get over there. It looked like he was
Brings up third down and
lined up
5.
on the far side, so showing some speed there.
4 yards on the carry, 3rd and 5 now.
And boy, I mean, it's pride at this point, Jackie. It's still a 2-possession game. You're coming up on 3 minutes left, and you're on that Marauder defense. You got to get into that backfield and strip the ball. You need a forced turnover here.
Spread formation once again. 2 backs in the backfield. They are going to hand it off. And no, the quarterback's going to keep it, and he is going to go down as he is ridden to the ground. A sack out there by Clay Bowers. And the clock continues to roll.
Back P.J. Jones.
Yeah, man. Clay Bowers has been a beast on the edge tonight. He's going to be a bright spot defensively, too. That's a wonderful job of keeping containment. And then on these plays, Clay has had some pressure all night long, and there just gives Jones nowhere to go, takes him for a huge sack in the backfield.
Mario
Camacho back for the punt.
For Mingus.
See if Mingus can get a special teams quick score here. If they can, then get it back to a 1-possession game in the final 2 minutes could be unbelievably exciting. Mesquite's going to sit and take as much time as possible. There's the snap. The snap is handled. It is going to be a punt. It's not returnable. It is short, and it will take a Mingus Marauder hop, and will be down to at the, the Mesquite 38-yard line. So Mingus is going to take over there with 2:10 left to go in the game.
1st and 10 from the Mesquite 38-yard line.
Mesquite Wildcats. Eli conned on that. I mean, he's the one who kind of fielded that. That could have rolled another 15 yards.
Oh, yeah.
It was rolling fast. No other Wildcats were getting there except for Eli. So nice job, Eli, on stopping that. And
well, he saved yardage, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Now let's see if Mingus can do something with it. They've got a spread situation here. 2 receivers top, 2 receivers back, or 2 receivers bottom. Senna takes a step back. Stokes takes it, throws it up, has a man, and we'll see if we get a penalty out there. We do not. Going up for the ball is Camacho. Camacho tried to go up, and there was definitely contact, no flag. And 5 seconds comes off the clock. It is 2:05 left in the game.
Yeah, and Camacho's just got to stay focused out there.
There's a flag on the play. Holding.
Could have been a flag
on Mingus.
There is a flag. It's holding on Mingus. So that one came in late. I didn't even see that one get thrown.
Yeah, that wasn't the flag that I was thinking about. But that is going to be a 10-yard penalty against the Mingus Marauders. That's going to put the ball back at the 48-yard line. 10 penalties for the Mingus Marauders here at this point. 61 yards of field position. Mesquite's up to 11 penalties, so there has been a lot of activity here from the Zebras. Spread formation, 2:05 left to go. 1st and 20 now for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. Stokes steps back, looks to throw the ball, throws the ball downfield, has Camacho, and there is the flag.
Pass is incomplete. However, there is a flag on the play.
Now, the quarterback is certainly arguing that he was going for the ball, and he has a good argument for that one.
I would say that the play before was much more pass interference than what we just saw. If you got to see it on Verde Valley Television on YouTube, didn't look like there was much there. Maybe they're giving him a gimme back from the play before.
But it should be a 10-yard penalty. And, no, pardon me, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So Mingus will take the downs. 1:59 left to go, and it goes in Mingus's favor, no doubts. The ball sits at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I really like Coach Montebias here at the end, gambling a little bit, having Raines drop back in the pocket, trying to find Camacho or a wide receiver on the edge. I really like this style from the Marauders.
Very little to lose at this point.
Yep.
A $1:59 left in the game. Mingus down 20-6. At halftime, it was 12-6. So Mingus trying to battle back, make it a one-score game with less than 2 minutes left to go in the game, but they got a lot of field to cover.
And offensively, for both of these teams, a lot to go over in the film room. A lot of studying that needs to happen. Both sides of the ball offensively for Mesquite and Mingus. I mean, I don't want to say ugly, but it's going to get a lot better. A lot of penalties. These guys are going to tune this up in the next couple games for sure.
No automatic first down. It is 1st and 5 is what they call on the field. Spread formation out here for the Mingus Marauders. Stokes takes the snap and gets all sorts of pressure, gets himself forward and thrown to the ground, loses his helmet again. That means that he's going to have to go off the field for at least a play, too, as he gains 1.
On this stop, number 26, Eli
That's the second time Raines' helmet's come off tonight.
That is.
So he's got to tighten those straps up there because, sometimes you can't afford that substitution. This late in the game, I mean, all your chips are in on these plays here.
Second down and 4.
Well, that means that Camacho's got to come in for a play, and the last time he was over center, he didn't get the clean snap. Gets a clean snap this time. They give it to Grijalva. Grijalva will rumble and stumble and get a first down, but he's running the ball. 1:07 left to go. They stop the clock while they move the chains. The ball goes down to the 25-yard line, and we're going to see what kind of a hurry-up offense the Mingus Marauders have.
Number 75,
the Marauders should be ready to go right now on the ball. That minute is starting to tick right now. I mean, they huddled up, but just for a brief moment there.
Stokes is back in the game. 55 seconds left to go. He's under center, has one receiver to the top. Puts a man in motion. There is the snap. Looks to throw the ball. Has it. Throws the ball. Has it while he's hit. And Camacho comes down with it for the touchdown. Mingus, a throwing touchdown into double coverage out there. And Stokes puts the ball up. Camacho comes down with it. He just fights for the ball like the setter under the basket and comes down with it for the touchdown. A 25-yard touchdown pass by the Mingus Marauders.
Oh, baby. Chest bump city. Here we are. Stokes to Camacho. Let's call it all season long. What a play. That's just such a nice executed passing play there. Stokes with a beautiful throw. And boy, the Marauders trying to make a game of it with 40.8 seconds left. It is now 20-12. Marauders have their PAT attempt here.
Mingus Marauders set it up. And looks like number 75 is going to kick for the Mingus Marauders. Low snap. The kick is up, and the kick is no good for the Mingus Marauders. So it stays an 8-point game out there for Mingus. 20-12. Hernandez doing the kicking for the Mingus Marauders. We will be back for the onside kick coming up right after this.
And the Mingus.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. For 30 years.
Got to imagine the Mingus Marauders are going to come out in the onside kick situation with 40.8 seconds left to go. If they get the onside kick, Mingus has a chance to tie this game. Cannot win it, but they could tie it. They need the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Camacho is going to set the ball. The Wildcats have one man back at the 24-yard line. They have 10 men within 15 yards. There's the whistle. Camacho comes and approaches the ball, and he's going to kick it hard and down the middle of the field. It's going to be returnable by the Wildcats, and Mingus is going to have to get some sort of a strip here. They do not. He runs the ball back to the 39-yard line.
The kickoff back to the Mesquite.
We've got 32.9 seconds left to go. Mingus only has one timeout left, so they can only stop the ball once.
That was one of the harder onside kicks I've seen.
Well, I wonder if the question was whether or not he could get it past the last man and whether or not Mingus could outrace everybody to get down to the ball. I wonder if that was the plan. A 45-yard onside kick.
That's I haven't seen it yet, but I'd love to. In our favor, of course.
Victory formation out here for the Wildcats. They need one clean snap.
The Cats going to victory formation.
And Jones will take it, step back, put a knee down on the ground. And I don't believe he needs to snap it again. The referee is talking to him. They're going to set the ball, and they may make him snap it again, although they're not setting it. That should be it. 10 seconds left to go in the opening game of the season. The Mingus Marauders are going to fall to the Mesquite Wildcats by a score of 20-12. One offensive touchdown, one defensive touchdown for the Mingus Marauders here in this one. We're going to take a break. When we come back for our post game, we're going to go through the scoring. We're going to go through the individual stats when we return to Mesquite High School coming up after this.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet, just off Highway 260 next to Walmart, or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Well, back here at Mesquite High School, man, they play a lot of loud music here. So hopefully you can hear us okay over all of this music. They set us up right next to their speakers, and apparently when they win a game, they turn it up to 104. Yeah, no doubt. So the scoring plays here today, the Mingus Marauders fall to the Wildcats by a score of 20-12 in the season opener. Started with Mesquite scoring at 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in quarter number 1, a 20-yard catch from Jones to Crowell, and the extra point was no good by Kiel. It was 6-0. Then the lead was extended to 12-0 with 8:09 left to go in the second quarter. A 4-yard run by Rodriguez. The 2-point conversion run was no good. It was 12-0. Mingus would score in the second quarter with 3:15 left to go as Brulin strips the running back of the ball and runs it back for 48 yards for the touchdown. The first score for the Mingus Marauders is a defensive one in the 2023 season. The 2-point conversion by Camacho was no good, and it was 12-6 at halftime. Third quarter action. 7:18 left to go, a 13-yard pass as Jones finds Sia in the corner of the end zone. So the tight end runs a corner and gets over the top of the Mingus Marauder defense and gets the 13-yard pass and the touchdown. The 2-point conversion by Henderson was good, so it was 20-6. The Wildcats threatened to score several times in the fourth quarter. Mingus kept them from scoring, and they score again themselves with 40.8 seconds left to go, a 25-yard pass as Stokes finds Camacho. Camacho just boxes out in the end zone, comes down with the ball. A great job of just making sure that he has his space around him, and the extra point by Henderson was no good. The onside kick was a long one, did not work out, and the game ends here today 20-12, the first game for the Mingus Marauders. Your thoughts, your impressions here, Nick?
A lot of learning and pain points, right, in tonight's game. It's the very first game of the season. A lot of stuff to clean up, disciplinary things to clean up, which is easy. That comes with repetition. So in the next future games here, the Marauders will clean that up a lot. I thought it was amazing to end on a great offensive note where the Marauders can find pay dirt using their offense, right? You called it. Defense started out scoring for 23 here, but the offense ended the game strong, I thought. I'd like to see Raines drop back in the pocket. I know it was desperation time for the Marauders, but we came through in desperation time. If we could have gotten that onside kick, we got a whole different ball game already, and we're jumping up and down on top of the box here. So give a lot of credit to the Mingus offense for making something of it right at the end of this one. I think that's the momentum you got to take into next week.
Well, certainly so. We're going to take a break. When we come back in 2 minutes, we're going to go through game stats and figure out who the Mingus Marauders match up with next in the 2023 season when we come back to Mesquite High School after this.
The right vehicles, the right people, the right price. Make Jones Ford of Verde Valley the right place to buy. Choose from our new in-stock Ford selection or custom order just the way you want it. Buy pre-owned with peace of mind with Jones Ford's lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. Plus, drive a little, save a lot. Jones Ford is your tax advantage destination. So, for the right vehicles at the right price, make the right choice. Jones Ford Verde Valley, family owned and operated for over half a century. Just off I-17 in Camp Verde.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services throughout Yavapai County and Flagstaff. Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at goettlshdm.com. Providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettle's and go Marauders. Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Back here at Mesquite High School, Mingus Marauders fall to the Wildcats by a score of 20-12 as we wrap out here in the post-game show at Mesquite High School in Gilbert, Arizona. Nick Yatsenko off to my left. I'm Jackie Bessler. Glad that you are along with us here. The winning team here matches their total of total wins for the last season. They were 1-9, so they matched last season's total win column in week number 1. They're going to have to be happy about that. Jones ends up with 82 passing yards and 2 touchdowns in the game. 2 passing touchdowns. 6 out of 14 for the game, 82 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's not too bad. 91 total yards on the ground for the Mesquite Wildcats, led by Rodriguez, who had 16 carries and 66 yards for his squad. And so 148 yards of, 173 yards of total offense for the Mesquite Wildcats out here tonight. They had 93 yards in penalties. The Mingus Marauders behind him in penalties, but end up with 61 yards in penalties on 10 penalties in the game. Camacho ends up 62 yards and a touchdown on 4 receptions for the Mingus Marauders. On the ground, Seth Brulin had 9 carries, 27 yards, and he was 14 carries and 42 yards for Grijalva for the Mingus Marauders. Now, one thing that I didn't see is I didn't see Brulin come back in the game after he was stretching out. So hopefully that is really not a hamstring injury out there. 33 carries, 57 yards on the ground for the Mingus Marauders. In his first start at varsity for the Mingus Marauders, Rain Stokes ends up 4 for 8 in the game with 1 touchdown, no interception, 62 yards. So that's effective. Not too bad here for the junior in his first varsity game for the Mingus Marauders. Now, obviously, Mingus has a lot of work to do. We had an update. Our sister station, KKLD, broadcasting the Bradshaw Bears, and Bradshaw came up with a huge win.
28-14 Bradshaw over Snowflake. Jackie, safe to say Bradshaw is going to be the team to beat in our region.
So they came into the preseason rankings at number 4, and they just beat number 2 in the preseason rankings. Now, this is a Snowflake team, was the runner-up in the 4A division last year, and so I remember when Snowflake and Sholo and Blue Ridge were just like king of the 3As, and now they've moved up and invaded the 4A that territory and are still excelling in football. And what they do really well. They don't do a lot of things, but what they do very well. But Bradshaw able to put 24 points on them here tonight and win by 10, which is absolutely huge.
Yeah, and they're always formidable opponents. Even when they were in the 3A division, they were beating up on the 4A teams.
Oh yeah, no doubts. I mean, they're just extremely disciplined. There is zero doubt about it. They are extremely disciplined here. As we go through, the Mingus Marauders get a home game, so the home opener is coming up for the Mingus Marauders. Who do we got next week?
Estrella Foothills at home next week. So the Marauders are going to look to go 1-1, right, and get back into the film room this week. Like we talked about before we took our break, I thought the game ended well offensively for the Marauders. It was a very good highlight for them to go into the week. They're going to get to watch a lot of game film, obviously clean up some of those penalties that they made. A couple times we saw the Marauders struggle lining up, but same for Mesquite as well, right? Both teams struggled a little bit with that. So going into game films this week and practice, you got to have a little bit of confidence. You were able to get your air game going, at least Stokes to Camacho at the end. That's going to be your talking point. You would think in practice, like, hey guys, look, we were able, with our backs against the wall, to produce. We got some stuff done at the end of that game to make it interesting. So that's what you got to ride off of. You got to wipe it away. It's a close loss to Mesquite. Mesquite's been a great opponent, like we talked about in the pregame. The last 5 years, this Mesquite team has won state twice. So a formidable opponent tonight, lost by 1 possession.
That is, there's absolutely truth in what you said right there. So Mingus has a lot of things to take away from in this game that I think that are really good. Now the other piece to this is Rain Stokes' first game. We were expecting Camacho to be the starting quarterback, and he was the starting quarterback for a play and a couple of plays, and then Stokes came in, and then of course Camacho, probably a more formidable weapon out at the wide receiver position, both in a blocking position and in a receiving position. So we'll see how that develops during the course of the season. Grijalva, my first chance to see him. He runs extremely hard, and I want to see him be able to have some success on the ground. Mingus will definitely have to up that running game here, and I think this team is going to be able to put things together and start to click. I think that Estrella Foothills is going to be a good opponent next week. It should be something that the Mingus Marauders should be able to stack the fans and get a great base for their first opening home opener for the 2023 season. So hopefully you'll come out and watch the game as well, which will be absolutely fantastic. And I think you're going to like what you see.
Yeah, let's go, Marauder alumni. Let's get there. Let's pack the cave for the first home game and really give these guys that 12th man. Let's be the crowd for them and cheer these guys on, because the Estrella Foothills, we can go 1-1 and get a win against the Estrella Foothills at home. That's a clean slate for the Marauders, if you will, right? We talked preseason about Mesquite was going to be a tough game for us. If we could have stolen it, it would have been great and helped us try to get into playoffs. Now we're going to have to come up with some of those wins, right? We didn't get it tonight, so we're going to have to squeak out some tough wins.
Oh, certainly so. Well, Coach Montsabias, 7-13 so far now, 7-14 on his coaching career for the Mingus Marauders, so he's got to get a little bit of a win streak going to get that kind of counterbalanced out there. I want to say thank you to our crew. I want to thank everybody who's been watching and listening for Mingus Marauder football here tonight. Thank you to our producer, Kyle Ward, our camera crew, Zach Kaline, Rainey Shower, and Steve Endicott. And, of course, I want to thank my co-host and partner in crime, Mr. Nick Yatsenko, along with us. And Yats and I are going to be back at the cave in the press box coming up next Friday night at home at Mingus Union High School. We hope to see you there.
This has been the post-game report brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services throughout Yavapai County and Flagstaff. Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GOETTLSHDM.com. Providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettle's and go Marauders.
This has been a presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting Sports. Any rebroadcast or use of this broadcast without written permission from Mingus Union High School or Yavapai Broadcasting is expressly prohibited. Tonight's Mingus Marauder game has been sponsored in part by Jones Ford Verde Valley, Arizona's best since 1970. State Farm Insurance Agent Jennifer Griffin. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, where clothing comes to rock. Longfellow Excavating, we dig your ideas. Northern Arizona Healthcare Orthopedic and Spine Institutes. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by these fine businesses. Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, more miles for your money. Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. All Price Insurance, get your quote. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, don't settle, get Gettles. Tiffany Construction, a reputation for exceptional service and an unwavering commitment to quality. D-Best Plumbing, they believe in getting it right the first time. Sun Country Custom Woodworks, serving all of Northern Arizona with commercial and residential custom cabinets. And Yavapai College, you can, we can, together. Stay tuned for the next Mingus football game on KYBC AM 1600 and 96.3 FM. Or go to the Verde Valley TV channel on YouTube to watch this